broadcast will begin in 3 minutes. Here's your 2-minute time check. Mark. Here comes your 1-minute time check for this Auburn broadcast. Mark. "30 seconds till broadcast." Mark.
The following is an exclusive presentation of the Auburn Sports Network, a division of Playfly Sports.
For the first time this season, Auburn basketball is above the 500 mark in SEC play. Tonight, the Tigers host Texas on the Plains for the first time since 1911. Good evening and War Eagle from Neville Arena with Randall Dickey and Brad Law. I'm Andy Bertram. Auburn earned its biggest road win of the season on Saturday. The Tigers jumped on Florida early, withstood a furious comeback, and pulled away for a double-digit win, the first since 1996 in Gainesville. Senior Keyshawn Big Guard Hall scored 22 of his 24 points in the first half to lead the Tigers and is the SEC Co-Player of the Week. Sean Miller is in his first year in Austin. He looks for his 500th career win tonight. Texas is 3-4 in the SEC. Saturday, the Longhorns came from behind to drill Georgia by 20. The guard trio of Jordan Pope, Dalen Swain, and Tremont Mark are combining for nearly 43 points per game. For just the second time ever, Auburn and Texas meet on the Plains. Stephen Pearl calls the Longhorns the most dangerous team in the SEC. And we'll find out in the next 2.5 hours if Auburn can run its win streak to 4. The CBNS Bank countdown to tip-off starts now.
Exclusive pregame coverage of the Tigers begins now with the CBNS Bank countdown to tip-off. Coming up, analysis, interviews, and a look around college basketball, all to get you ready for Auburn basketball. CB&S Bank has a long history of stability. And just like Auburn University, we have a legacy of serving our community's needs for generations. Alongside Coach Randall Dickey, here's the voice of the Tigers, Andy Burcham.
Boy, it's good to be home. The Tigers get the Texas Longhorns tonight at Neville Arena before going to Tennessee this coming weekend. Along with Randall Dickey and Brad Law, I'm Andy Burcham, War Eagle, and welcome to Neville Arena, where tonight it's Auburn and Texas. Just one game separates the Tigers and the Longhorns. And while Saturday Auburn was able to overcome the inside play of Florida, tonight it's the guard play of Texas that the Tigers will have to contend with.
Well, that's for sure. The Tigers came off one of the best weeks they've had, certainly all year long, maybe the best, going on the road, winning at Ole Miss, and then going down to Florida and beating the Gators. What a win. Tonight it's going to be a really interesting matchup. Both teams, in my opinion, really mirror each other. They're really trying to find themselves. I think Auburn did last week. Texas is still looking for themselves to try to create their identity as they grow as a team, and they are very dangerous, as well as the Tigers.
Texas on Saturday was behind at the half at home against Georgia, but Buddy turned it on down the stretch of that game, held Georgia to just 67 points on the day, scored 87 did the Longhorns, and won by 20 to get within a game of 500 in Southeastern Conference play.
Well, they really play a big 7-footer inside, and then they spread the floor out. They look to drive it a lot. They're guard-oriented. They create off the bounce, and they really try to get to the mid-range just as much as they do the three-ball.
Auburn has played extraordinary defense for its last three games. Kind of an ugly win at home against South Carolina, then back-to-back road wins last week at Ole Miss and at Florida. What has been the difference for Auburn from a defensive standpoint of late?
Well, they played very well together, and they have helped each other out. When one player gets beat off the dribble, another player is right there to take his place. But the biggest thing I think they've done is they've kept the basketball in front of them, and they have rebounded the misses last week against Ole Miss and against Florida, which really outsizes a lot of teams in America. They take a back seat to nobody size-wise on the front line, and the Tigers really climbed that glass and really showed they can really dominate. And when they do that, it creates opportunities offensively.
Offensively, Auburn has absolutely owned the paint, have outscored every team in the paint in the SEC this season.
That's been a really amazing fact because a lot of the teams, more so than not, has really outsized the Tigers in a lot of different positions. They've really played. You look back in the non-conference at Arizona and Purdue and all these teams, Florida, they're really big on the front line, but sometimes the Tigers are scrappy. They have great fundamentals. They have great feet. They jockey for better position, and they put themselves in a place that they can retrieve the ball off the glass.
Tonight's 60-Second Scout is brought to you by Sensagreen, proud sponsor of Auburn Athletics. The experts at Sensagreen with Carrier create a cool indoor retreat for heating, cooling, and insulation. Here's Ian Borders with the Scout of Texas.
Texas is an old team. I think they're fourth in the country in terms of experience. And so at the end of the day, we've played a lot of these type teams that just have a lot of D1 experience and older guards specifically. And so we have to lock in. At the end of the day, they're a team that likes to isolation, play ball like that. They get the ball up top and they're trying to play in space, and we have to make sure that that space is crowded. We're loaded to the ball, we're in the gaps, and we are trying to make them not settle for threes, but they're trying to get to the paint. And so, the more threes that they shoot, probably the better for us. Defensively, they have a really big monster down low. It'll be a lot like the Oregon game where we're attacking him and drop. He's not going to leave the paint. And so we have to put pressure on him, and when he does step up, make the right decision, whether to get and score through his chest or drop it off to the big.
What is the key to defending the perimeter game of Texas?
Yeah, I think gaps is critical. So one pass away, we're going to be loaded in those gaps, making sure that they are getting off of it. They're a very low assist team. And so at the end of the day, they want to try to get their own bucket, and we have to stop that.
And that's the 60-Second Scout of Texas. Brad Law is back with the SEC report when the CB&S Bank countdown to tip-off continues in a moment.
At CB&S Bank, tradition runs deep. Since 1906, we've been serving families and communities with stability you can count on. And today, that legacy of service continues. Recognized by American Banker as the 16th best performing bank nationally and number 1 in Alabama in their asset category. Being a team member is who we are, which is why we're proud to support Auburn University athletics. So, bank with the best. Visit cbsbank.com to learn more. CB&S Bank, member FDIC, equal housing lender.
The Alabama Education Association is the member-driven voice of Alabama's education employees. AEA members are teachers, education support professionals, administrators, professors, future teachers, and education retirees. Joining the Alabama Education Association has never been easier. Use their new online membership for a fast, safe, and secure way to join today. Visit myaea.org to learn more.
Oh, could this vintage store be any cuter?
Right? And the best part? They accept Discover.
Accept Discover? In a little place like this? I don't think so, Jennifer.
Oh, yeah, huh? Discover's accepted where I like to shop. Come on, baby, get with the times.
Right, so we shouldn't get the parachute pants?
These are making a comeback. I think.
Discover is accepted at 99% of places that take credit cards nationwide. Based on the February 2025 Nielsen report.
At Auburn University's Harvard College of Business, education is tailored to each student's individual needs. Our students receive personal guidance from industry mentors and career coaches. They learn by doing, through hands-on projects and real-world experiences. The result? Graduates who don't just know business, they're ready to lead and innovate from day one. That's what makes them distinctly Harvard. Harvard College of Business. Inspiring business. Discover more at harvard.auburn.edu.
The Raymond J. Harvard College of Business presents the SEC Report. A look around the deepest, most challenging conference in college basketball. Accelerate your career with an online MBA from the Harvard College of Business. Learn why they're ranked among the nation's best at harvard.auburn.edu.
6 of the top 30 and 10 of the top 40 teams in today's net ratings come from the SEC. Auburn enters the night 28th and trailing only Arkansas for the most quad 1 wins among conference teams with 4. Auburn and Texas play one of 4 games across the SEC tonight. At the top of the hour, Georgia hosts Tennessee. Volunteers are looking for a 6th straight win over the Bulldogs and looking to string together back-to-back wins in the league before Auburn heads to Knoxville this weekend. Also at 6 Central in Baton Rouge, it's LSU and Mississippi State. Tigers are 1-6. Bulldogs have dropped 5 in a row after a 2-0 start. We'll keep you updated on both of those during our game tonight. At 8 Central, 19th-ranked Florida plays at South Carolina. Gamecocks play 3 of their next 4 at home, while the Gators open a stretch of 3 of their next 4 on the road. Last night, 18th-ranked Vanderbilt destroyed Kentucky in Nashville, 80-55, the largest victory for the Commodores over the Cats in 18 years. Devin McLaughlin pulled a double-double, 11 points and a dozen rebounds, as Vandy halted Kentucky's 5-game winning streak. Both teams are now 5-3 in the league. 15th ranked Arkansas came from 16 down to win at Oklahoma, 83-79. Razorbacks shot 56% from the floor. That's despite missing 15 of 17 three-point attempts. Hogs are 6-2. Sooners fall to 1-7. And several thousand in Tuscaloosa saw Alabama beat Missouri 90-64. Charles Bediako scored 14, grabbed 6 boards. A proficient night as the Crimson Tide get to 4-3, while the Tigers drop to 4-4 in SEC play. Now you're caught up on the conference. When we come back, it is the Stephen Pearl pregame report ahead of the Tigers and Texas Longhorns. Tip-off is coming at 6:01. This is the Auburn Sports Network.
Get ready, Auburn. The ultimate hunting and outdoor experience is coming soon with Winter Timber Outdoors. For those who know the difference, we've got you covered. From premium firearms and trusted ammo to the largest selection of knives and Sitka gear built for the extreme. Winter Timber Outdoors is your one-stop hunting shop. Plus, check out our lifestyle apparel and our On Cloud running shoes. Find us at 2049 East University Drive across from the Auburn Mall next to Walmart or online at wintertimberoutdoors.com.
Summer's here and the open road is calling. RV Roadway answers the call with new and used RVs from the top brands you trust, all ready for your next adventure. With 2 Alabama locations in Opelika and Calera, RV Roadway is ready to help you hit the road in style. And if you need maintenance, their expert service center keeps you rolling smoothly all summer long. Start your journey at RVRoadway.com. RV Roadway, where we sell RVs for less.
1907. Auburn had no paved roads, no local newspaper, a few automobiles, very little electricity or indoor plumbing, and one bank, Auburn Bank. For all these years, we've had a part in shaping and serving Auburn, Opelika, and East Alabama, a steadfast partner to our customers, meeting financial needs at just the right times. How do we know our community so well? Because we've grown up together. Auburn Bank, champions of you. Member FDIC, online at auburnbank.com.
The Goose Performing Arts Center at Auburn University is Alabama's premier destination for the arts, bringing you the very best of Broadway, dance, music, and more. Learn more about upcoming performances and see the calendar of events online at gougecenter.auburn.edu. That's GOGUE center.auburn.edu. Or call the box office 334-844-TIXS.
Ford presents our exclusive pregame visit with head coach Stephen Pearl. Visit your local Ford dealer, proud sponsor of the Auburn Tigers. Here's Andy Burcham with Coach Pearl.
Good to be back at home after a big week of road wins for this ball club.
Yeah, it was an important week for our group, just to be able to get a couple back on the road. Those count as double, especially the one at Florida that might have counted as 3. So, it was good for our guys to gain a little confidence away from Neville and, obviously beat 2 quality clubs on their home floor, and those will end up being great wins for us down the road.
What is the key to maintaining the focus after 2 big wins like that and 2 big ball games again this week? I guess it's always going to be 2 big ball games in the SEC.
Yeah, no, we just, we're very upfront and transparent about it. Listen, Ole Miss had just won 3 in a row. Florida had just won 5 in a row. Both were feeling good about themselves, and they both lost at home to us in front of sellout crowds. So we can't let, that complacency set in. We can't be satisfied with what we're doing. We have to just continue to stay locked in on our process and continue to stay, consistent with the things that we've been doing to get to this point. We still got to play with a chip on our shoulder. If we lose sight of that, Texas will beat us tonight. So I was very upfront and honest with the guys about it and just told them, the reality of what our situation is. So what we do doesn't work unless we play with great effort and energy, and that's going to definitely be the case tonight.
When you met with the media yesterday, you said that Auburn had just beaten the best team in the SEC, and now tonight you face the most dangerous team in the SEC. Well, what did you mean by that?
Yeah, they have obviously a 5-man in Bocatitis that he draws more fouls than anyone in college basketball. He draws 10 fouls every 40 minutes, which is number 1 in the country. And he's a handful down there. He can rebound. He can finish over either shoulder. He does, he clogs the rim. And then offensively, they got 3 guards that can beat you at any moment. They got Jordan Pope, they got Tremont Mark, and they got Dalen Swain, all guys that can go out and get 25 to 30 on any given night. And there's some nights where they all do it on the same night. So incredibly dangerous team. I would, compare it to having 3 Keyshawn Halls on the perimeter. The guys that can just go get their own basket at any moment, throughout the game. So while we did a great job of guarding Florida's bigs, we have to do equally as good of a job of guarding Texas's guards.
And these are mature players as well. Mark was played against Auburn when he was at Houston a couple years ago.
Yeah, it's I think they're 4th in the country in Division I experience. So they have a lot of guys that have just played a ton of minutes at the high major level specifically. So it's a team that's experienced, that has played in these situations before, isn't going to be overwhelmed by the environment. So our guys are obviously going to have our hands full tonight. We got to do a great job, defensively of our one-on-one defense, and we got to finish possessions with rebounds, and we got to keep them out of transition. That's where they're really good. And then offensively, we got to do a great job of just executing our stuff, playing off 2 feet, using shot fakes like we've been doing, and keep attacking the rim.
This is a Texas team, when you think about it, you think offense first, but it held Georgia to 67 points on Saturday.
Yeah, it's a team that when their offense is going, their defense is dangerous, but this team's calling card has been their offense all year. They're the ninth best offensive team in college basketball. And defensively, it's hit or miss. So if we allow them to have some confidence offensively, that's when their defense really starts to crank up. So we got to do a great job early of trying to suffocate what they do and not let them gain any confidence, because we feel like we can score on them on the offensive end as long as we execute our stuff and do the little things that are important in order for us to have success on that end.
Both ball games last week on the road, Auburn got off to a very good start, an extraordinary start at Florida. What has been the key to the first 5-10 minutes of these ball games of late?
Yeah, just not having to take the ball out of the net because we can't get stops. We've been able to get stops the first 5 minutes of the last 4 or 5 games. And it's been important. So for us, our defense has really got to ratchet up again. This will probably be the third or fourth best offensive team we've played all season. So we're going to have our hands full. But our guys, the reason why we've had good starts is because we've been able to get some stops early, and then we've done a good job at executing our offense on the other end.
What's the key to early stops tonight?
For us, it's just, communicating our switches, doing a great job understanding the guys that we're guarding, continue to be in the gaps, and then finishing possessions with a rebound. We're going to do a lot of switching like we've done, here over the last 5 or 6 games. And if we get a switch onto the big guy, we got to front the post and have active hands on the perimeter. And if we have our bigs switching onto their guards, our bigs have to understand what those guards like to do, and we got to make them earn everything. We can't send this team to the foul line because they do a great job of converting the free throws.
What has been the key to their defense of late?
I just think it's been more about, when they play well offensively, they play well defensively. And their offense is one that's, had a lot of success as of late. So, and they have great size at the rim. Titus is, he doesn't really jump, but he's sitting underneath the rim, just protecting those guys at all times. They do a good job loading to the ball, kind of like we do on penetration to strip and rip. And they're just, they have good length and they have good athletes. So they just kind of fly around and try and disrupt what you're doing. But for us, we just got to, play at our own tempo, not get sped up, play off 2 feet, use shot fakes, and go score through their chest.
All the best tonight, War Eagle.
War Eagle.
In 1977, Ford F-Series became the best-selling trucks in America. 33 million trucks later, we've kept that title every year since. And that's a formula we plan on repeating. Ford F-Series, built Ford tough. The best-selling trucks in America for 49 years and counting. Based on 1977 to 2025 calendar year industry reported total sales.
Ants in the kitchen, termites under the floor, mosquitoes in the backyard. It's a full court infestation. Don't let them score. Call Cook's Pest Control. Nobody beats Cook's when it comes to superior protection against unwanted pests. Cook's knowledgeable and courteous technicians are expertly trained to get the job done right, guaranteed. With Cook's on your team, your home's defense is unstoppable.
Looky, 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 here comes Cookie, Cook's Pest Control.
We've been overindulging a little more than usual over the holidays, but now we are starting the new year off on a healthier note by taking active liver supplements from New Nordic every day. So if better health, more energy, and detoxing your body are some of your priorities this year, get Active Liver today and start the year off knowing you're giving your liver some well-deserved relief.
Active Liver is available online at Amazon or NewNordicUSA.com, or pick some up today at your local CVS, ShopRite, Meijer Grocery, are now available at Wegmans.
Yellowwood knows that a 5-star backyard is the place to make lasting memories. Like roasting marshmallows on a cool fall night. That's it. Turn it nice and slow. Get it toasted all... Oh, no, it's on fire. Oh, you want it on fire. Okay, that's a choice, I guess. Crunchy. For 5-star backyards and the most memorable experiences, Yellowwood brand pressure-treated pine. If it doesn't have that yellow tag, you don't want it.
You're listening to Auburn basketball. Now more of the CB&S Bank countdown to tip-off.
Counting you down to Auburn and Texas here from Neville Arena. Sun South presents Coach's Keys to the Game. Sun South John Deere, the preferred tractor of the Tigers. Find your local dealer at sunsouth.com. Coach Randall Dickey, what are your keys to this one for the Tigers?
Oh, it's going to be fast and furious. First and foremost, the Tigers must have great defensive transition tonight. The Tigers must retreat quickly after any missed shots if they happen to turn it over. Any knockdowns or loose balls that Texas ends up with it, they're going to push the ball hard, not only off the bounce, but off the pass as well. They really look to pass that ball ahead. The Tigers must find the ball, must flatten it out, and then they must contain the dribblers. Secondly, this game is going to be played around the basket and above. It is important that the Tigers continue to score in the paint, which they have. All 7 SEC games, the Tigers have dominated in the paint, and they have done well. If they can do that, it'd be a big feather in their cap as well. Lastly, the third, the Tigers need to continue to shoot the basketball very well from the perimeter with a high percentage. Sometimes that takes the bigs out of it when you make a lot more shots. Shot selection, maybe even pass up a shot to get a better shot. And if they do so, they will close the eyes of Texas.
Very well said. Very well done. How this game is officiated could be something to watch tonight, too, because both of these teams get to the foul line a lot. Texas ranks 306th out of 365 teams nationally in fouls committed per game. They're committing nearly 20 fouls a game, and in road games they're committing an average of 22. So if it's called tight, if they're calling the physicality, that could be in Auburn's favor.
Well, it's also important offensively to take care of that basketball, be strong with it, and not let the easy bumps, the little bumps, because you're going to get hit tonight, whether you put it on the deck and drive or whether you're about to take a shot, certainly around the basket, it's going to be body to body.
Good stuff. Randall Dickey, Andy Burcham, they have the call. Pregame medical report presented by East Alabama Health. Their team of first responders proud to provide first aid care at Neville Arena in every Auburn Athletics home event. Everyone available for Texas. Only Emeka Oporum out for Auburn tonight. Everybody else available. Starting lineups and tip-off are next. This is the Auburn Sports Network.
Hey, Mom. Sorry for the late message. It's been absolutely crazy here. And this morning, I went for a run on Kailua Beach and saw the most insane sunrise. I sent some photos. And then this afternoon, we worked on another Black Hawk. My new unit is amazing. I'm learning a ton. And guess what? You called it. I'm going surfing on Sunday. And we're going to... All right. Yeah, cool. Be right there. I gotta go. I'll see you next week. I love you.
Learn how you can be all you can be at GoArmy.com.
War Eagle Plus is the premier subscription experience for Auburn fans. It's inside access and unmatched experiences with the teams and student athletes you love. Subscriptions are available at 6 pricing levels, each unlocking access to deeper experiences and providing greater impact for Auburn student athletes. Members receive discounted concessions at all home athletic events, VIP experiences, team store credit, priority entry to select athletic events, monthly giveaways, plus access to the War Eagle Plus content network. Heisman level members or above will also now receive 1 Tigers Unlimited Foundation priority point for every dollar contributed through their War Eagle Plus subscription. Explore the site and join today. auburntigers.com/War Eagle Plus.
At CB&S Bank, tradition runs deep. Since 1906, we've been serving families and communities with stability you can count on. And today, that legacy of service continues. Recognized by American Banker as the 16th best performing bank nationally and #1 in Alabama in their asset category. Being a team member is who we are, which is why we're proud to support Auburn University athletics. So, bank with the best. Visit cbsbank.com to learn more. CB&S Bank, member FDIC, equal housing lender.
We're counting down to the opening tip. Time to introduce the starting 5.
Pettiford, top of the circle. He'll put up a 3 to tie it. It's good! High between the circles. Screen from Jovic to the left wing for 3. Good.
Anytime you set a screen for Tahad Pettiford, he comes on open. You better look out because he can shoot it in that hole.
Tahad Pettiford, Jersey City, New Jersey, Hudson Catholic High School.
Murphy ahead for Overton. drives into the lane, to the basket, good.
Beautifully done. Nice steal by Murphy. Made the outlet pass to Overton, and Overton took it coast to coast all the way.
At the top of the circle to Overton. Had the three, didn't take it. Shot clock at 16. Spins down the lane. Overton, fade away, 8-footer, good.
Beautiful little step back.
Kevin Overton, Oklahoma City, Oklahoma, Norman North High School.
Left wing, three ball, Sebastian Williams-Adams. Swing, drives to the hole, hangs, shoots, missed it. Tap up and in by SWA. Low post, Sebastian Williams-Adams. Back to the basket, forces his way in. Goes up with the left hand, score.
Sebastian Williams-Adams, Houston, Texas, St. John's High School.
Gets it underneath, Hall up with a left hand, score. Left side, Hall, three ball, Hall. Good. Right wing for Keyshawn Hall. Working outside the lane, now into the lane, bumps his man, gets it back up, and in with a foul!
Nice one-on-one move by Keyshawn Hall.
Keyshawn Big R Hall, Cleveland, Ohio, James Ford Road.
Shot is up, and it rolls around the rim about 5 times, and Keyshawn Murphy.
What an effort, what an effort.
It's a screen for Murphy, gets to Murphy to the hole, good! Gets to Murphy at the top, he'll pop a wide open three, good!
I think you're seeing the experience of Keyshawn Murphy come out in his late stages of the game.
Keyshawn Murphy, Birmingham, Alabama, Ramsey High School.
The starting lineups have been presented by Great Southern Wood, makers of Yellowwood brand pressure-treated pine. If it doesn't have that yellow tag, you don't want it.
Auburn is 13-7 this season, 4-3 in Southeastern Conference play. Stephen Pearl, in his first season at Auburn, his record is 14-7. Before we get to the Texas lineup, let's pause 10 seconds for station identification on the Auburn Sports Network. Longhorns are 12-8 this year, a game behind Auburn in the SEC standings at 3-4. Sean Miller, in his first season in Austin, his record is 12-7 or 12-8. 21st season overall, a record of .499 and .203. Jordan Pope runs the point, a 6'1 senior from Oakley, California, 12 points, 2 rebounds, 2.3 assists. Dalen Swain on one wing, 6'8 junior from Columbus, Ohio, a transfer from Xavier, 16.9 points, 7.1 rebounds. Tremont Mark, 6'5 grad student from Dickinson, Texas, 13.8 points, 3.4 rebounds, 2.2 assists. Camden Heidi, a 6'7 junior from Minnesota, 6.2 points, 2.8 rebounds. And Matas Vokataitis, 7-foot sophomore, 255 pounds from Lithuania, second leading scorer at 15.1 points and 6.8 rebounds. So for Texas, Pope, Swain, Mark, Heidi, and Vokataitis. For Auburn, Pettiford, Overton, Hall, Williams-Adams, and Keyshawn Murphy. Tonight's officials, Courtney Green, Stephen Anderson, and Vladimir Voyard-Tadal. We will keep you up to date on the rest of the SEC action. Several other games going on as this game begins on a full night of basketball in the Southeastern Conference. Next up for the Tigers, Tennessee, Saturday night at 7:30 Central Time. Our coverage from Knoxville begins at 7, weather permitting. Expecting perhaps snow in the Knoxville area this weekend. So we get to deal with that, Randall Dickey, as Auburn gets set for this one here tonight. Auburn in the home white uniforms, tops and bottoms. Blue numerals and lettering, the orange trim. Texas, the burnt orange tops and bottoms with the white numerals and lettering. It's a very different team that Auburn faces tonight than what it saw on Saturday. That was a frontline-oriented team, just the opposite here tonight in Texas with this 4 guards if you add Heidi to that list as well.
Well, they can shoot the ball. They're going to drive it hard. They're going to push it, but Vokataitis inside is extremely big. He is a rim runner. He is going to stay close to the basket. He's not going to come out very often. He tries to defend the basket, but he allows so much pressure because he's so big right at the basket. It opens up the floor, and that's why the Texas is driving it and they're guard-oriented in scoring.
Glad to have you with us tonight on the Auburn Sports Network with Randall Dickey and Brad Law. I'm Andy Burcham. Glad to be bringing in this one tonight. All three officials with the pink straps with their whistles. This is a coaches versus cancer week.
Little different orange tonight. We've got a little burn orange in the building, don't we?
That's right. Boca Titus will jump it up against Keyshawn Murphy. And Texas wins the tap. Auburn will go to the basket. To our left, we're underway at Neville Arena. Jordan Pope, Mark, Boca Titus to the left wing for Swain. Swain at the point. Hands it back to Pope, picked up by Kevin Overton. Off the right side for Swain. Swain on the wing. Down further on the right side, it's Mark. Mark against Pettiford. Drives it to the top of the circle. Backs it up near the center circle. 5 to shoot for Texas. Mark gets a screen. Pull up 3 ball left side. He didn't get it. And the rebound, Murphy pulls it out.
Really good start for the Tigers defensively.
Pettiford cross midcourt for Auburn. Right hand dribble. Off to the right side of the circle, outside the arc, 20 to shoot. Bounce pass, Murphy at the top. Back to Pettiford, right wing. Shot clock at 13, left wing. 3 ball, Keyshawn Hall. It's long, and the rebound pulled in by Pope for Texas. No score, just the start of things at Neville. Left wing, Heidi. Top of the circle, it's Pope. Off the right wing for Swain. Looking underneath for Boca Titus, he wasn't there. Heidi off the left wing for Pope. Shot clock at 14. Pope drives to the baseline. Picks it up to Boca Titus on the wing, just inside the arc. Boca Titus spins, throws it, right wing, Heidi. 3 ball for Texas, it's good.
One thing Texas does, they spread it out. They play Boca Titus on the post. They run a true 4-out, 1-in passing game. They continue to move. That time we had to help and opened up Heidi for the shot.
29th 3 of the year. Right wing 3 ball Overton. Ties the game.
Kevin Overton's been so steady for the Tigers up to this point. Made great free throws down the stretch at Florida and starts off with a 3 ball.
Team leading 34th 3 of the year for Overton. We're tied at 3. 18-15 in the first. Left wing, Dalen Swain. Free throw line, Boca Titus. Ball and a steal by Murphy. To Hall the other way. Keyshawn bumped off the glass. No, but he was fouled. He'll go to the line for a couple. The foul will go against Jordan Pope. As you heard Brad mention in our pregame, this is a team that fouls a lot, and even more so on the road. 21 fouls a game that they're giving up on the road. And Keyshawn Hall, the best free throw shooter that Auburn has at 86%, is at the line. Out of Cleveland, Ohio, the first free throw is good.
It's really good. That defensive series there showed the quickness of Keyshawn Murphy, stealing that basketball. That might be an advantage for the Tigers as the game goes on, out-quicking Boca Titus.
Second free throw, Hall made them both, and Auburn leads at 5-3. Turnover turns into a couple free ones for the Tigers. Auburn leads 5-3. 18:01, first half of play. Boca Titus at the top. To Pope outside the arc, top of the circle for Heidi. Against Hall, picks up the dribble, right side now for Swain. Backs up against Pettiford. Shot clock at 14. A screen, Murphy. Off to the right wing. Mark out at the top, kicks into the corner for Pope. Picked up by Overton. Step back 3 ball. Pope, good.
It's a really good one-on-one move for Pope against a really good defender, and Kevin Overton that time. You just got to give him that.
48-3 leads Texas. Texas leads Auburn 6-5. To Hyde Pettiford. Off the left wing for Sebastian. Low post for Hall against Boca Titus. Just to the left of the key. Puts it on the floor and spins. They double team him. He loses it. And a jump ball as he ties up the Texas defender. And Auburn will have the arrow.
That's one thing that Keyshawn Murphy's going to do. He's going to draw people around him when he catches the ball. He's played so well up to this point.
Can't bring it down.
You got to keep it above your waist.
Auburn will have it out of bounds, baseline left.
Sometimes those guys are so tall when they put it on the deck, it takes a little while for it to get back to them, and it lets those other guys run up underneath them.
They reset the shot clock to 12. Auburn will have it. Sway will trigger baseline left. Auburn trails 6-5. Sway, left corner, Hall. Wing, Pettiford. Top of the circle, Murphy. 8 to shoot. To Pettiford. To Murphy. Free ball by Murph. Nope. And the rebound pulled in by Swain. Their leading rebounder for the Texas Longhorns. Heidi, left wing 3 over Hall. Good.
That's one thing the Tigers cannot do in defensive transition is get back and get too deep. And they got so deep that time that Heidi floated wide open.
Every shot so far by Texas a three. They're 3 of 4 from 3 now. Hall, right sideline, Pettiford gets a screen. Picked up in a switch. Crossover dribble to the left hand. 10 to shoot, turns the corner. Pull up from 17. Missed it long. Boca Titus pulls in the rebound for the Longhorns. Up the left side for Jordan Pope. 9-5 Gators. Pope, right wing. Mark, open three. Didn't get it. Weak side rebound. It's Hall that pulls it down for Auburn. Up the right sideline. Tigers trail by 4. Keyshawn, top of the circle. Left wing Pettiford. Penetrates to the free throw line. Through the lane. Right wing Hall. Head fake at 3. Gets bumped at the free throw line. And a steal. Tremont Mark on a breakaway to the hole. Dunks it with 2 hands.
Well, you're going to see that a lot out of Mark. He is a crafty. He's a thief on the defensive end. He's always looking to steal and get runouts like that.
Good start for Texas. 11-5 Longhorns with 15:45 in the first. Auburn a couple turnovers in this ball game. Pettiford, low post sway. Up, and he missed it. And the rebound Heidi, but he lost it out of bounds. Auburn will get it, and we have a timeout on the floor. 15:36 in the first. Texas 11, Auburn 5. Discover exceptional service with SmartBank, your premier choice for personalized banking solutions in the heart of Auburn. From the tip-off to the final buzzer, they support your financial goals. Come see what's so smart about SmartBank. SmartBank, member FDIC, equal housing lender. Auburn basketball continues in a moment.
From birth to age 5, your child's brain is growing faster than ever. And guess what? You are your child's first teacher. Talking, singing, playing, and reading every day helps your child learn and thrive. Singing boosts memory. Playing builds problem-solving skills. Reading grows vocabulary. Talking teaches communication. Start strong because these early years matter the most. For tips and tools, visit the Alabama Department of Early Childhood Education at children.alabama.gov. Alabama's children deserve a strong start.
Conecuh sausage is a fan favorite for tailgating, always great on the grill, and it's the official sausage dog and hot dog of the Auburn Tigers. Conecuh sausage is made from the finest cuts of pork, their patented blend of seasonings, and smoked over a pure hickory fire for that true southern flavor. Be sure to visit the Conecuh gift shop in Evergreen, Alabama, right off I-65 at exit 96. Enjoy a crowd-pleasing Conecuh sausage dog while watching the Tigers and make Conecuh part of your game day. Conecuh sausage since 1947, a real winner.
You've created a comfortable home office. Now let Carrier provide the cash bonus. For a limited time, you can claim up to $1,550 in cool cash rebates on a qualified Carrier home comfort system. There's never been a better time to upgrade to year-round premium comfort and energy savings. Carrier, turn to the experts.
Auburn basketball is brought to you by Alabama Power. When you cheer, we cheer. Alabama Power is a proud supporter of the Auburn Tigers.
15:36 in the first. Auburn trails Texas 11-5 at Neville Arena. Texas off to a 4 of 6 start shooting, including 3 of 5 from 3. Auburn 1 of 5 from the field. That lone field goal made was a three-pointer by Kevin Overton. Rebounding early on, even at 3 apiece. A good start for the Longhorns on the road here tonight.
I don't think the Tigers expected the Longhorns to come out and start shooting threes. They were a little bit tentative defensively. They got back in defensive transition every time besides once in the transition game, but they got below the three-point line, and they're getting too deep. They need to come back and pick the basketball up a little bit higher and make sure Texas runs their offense a step or two further higher than the three-point line. That'll increase the distance of the pass around the horn. It'll also give the Tigers a chance to recover. I believe offensively, we've just a tad bit tentative. I think we've had some shots and didn't take, and we've passed up some shots that we probably should have taken, and I think that just as it settles in, I think we'll be a little bit more aggressive.
Elijah Freeman and Philip Jovic into the Auburn lineup. Tigers will have it out of bounds, baseline left, trailing by 6. Hall will trigger for the Tigers. Auburn flattens it out along the baseline. All the inbound inside the arc to Freeman left side. Now outside the wing for Pettiford. Gets a screen. Drives down the right side of the lane. Floating one-hander. He put it up and he missed it. Rebound comes to Freeman for Auburn. Auburn got a steal out of that one.
That's good. One thing Freeman has done is he's rebounded the ball consistently throughout the year, and you got him a good offensive rebound then.
Hall behind the back, dribble inside the arc, kicks it to the corner. Elijah Freeman open for a three. It's good.
And the game always rewards you when you do hustle plays like getting the rebound, and now he hits a three. Maybe that'll spark the Tigers offensively.
Auburn trails by 3, 11-8. Longhorn basketball. Pope at the top. Bounce pass off the left side for Heidi. Back to Pope, got his screen from Okatitis. Picked up the dribble, hands the ball in the right wing for Weaver. Around the perimeter to the left side for Swain. Swain to Okatitis against Overton. Kicks it out, throws it away. Nobody there. There were orange there, but that was the orange tops of the Auburn coaching staff that he threw into. Auburn gets it, trailing by 3.
Auburn changed their defense. They switched 1 through 5 that time, and Overton got switched off on. Okatitis down underneath the basket. He thought he would try to take advantage, but he spun too quick and lost the ball out of bounds.
Okatitis comes out. Lucina Traore is into the lineup right now for the Texas Longhorns. Left wing, Overton, a 3 to tie it. Off the glass, didn't get it.
Ooh.
The rebound tapped, and it comes to Pope for the Longhorns. Pull-up jumper by Pope for 3. It's wide open, and it's good.
You see that, Andy? Tigers are running back in defensive transition a little bit too deep. We're going to have to stop around the three-point line and pick them up a little earlier.
That's 4 3 so far for the Longhorns, and Auburn trails 14-8. Jovic, top of the circle. Off the right wing for Freeman. Inside the arc, it's Hall. Double teamed out to the top, Pettiford. Left wing for Overton. Top of the circle for Pettiford. Shot clock at 7. Into the corner for Freeman. Freeman with 4. Penetrates. Pull up. Up and under. He didn't get it. Rebound. Fought for. The Longhorns have it. 14-8 Texas. 11:45 or 13:45 in the first half. On the wing, Swain. Euro step to Traore. Out to the top for Pope. Head fake. Free ball. Left wing. No. Air ball. Rebound. Saved by Weaver. Out to the top, it's Heidi. Back to the wing for Pope. Drives baseline, gets cut off. And he walked. Drug the pivot foot.
Back-to-back turnovers. One by Okatitis, that time by Pope. One thing we got to keep an eye on is Weaver is a spark off the bench for Texas. He is a hard-playing, mid-sized guy. Got a rebound on that end. He made a hustle play to retrieve the offensive rebound on the other. So we got to keep an eye on him and keep him under control.
Kendall Weaver, a senior out of Arlington, Texas. Hall at the top. Auburn trails by 6. Inside the arc, it's Jovic against Traore. Puts it on the floor. Backs his way into the lane. Spins to the baseline. Up. Go in and out. Wow, how did that one not go down?
Well, that's 2 baskets that's gone in and out for the Tigers.
Weaver at the other end of the floor for the Longhorns. On the wing. Top of the circle. Wilcher. Left wing for Swain. Swain against Hall. Gets a screen from Traore. Or rather Swain at the top. Off the left wing for Wilcher. Top of the circle, Swain. Free ball straight away. Good.
The Longhorns are red hot from the perimeter. The Tigers are just a little bit hunkered down.
That's a 9-point lead for Texas. They have 5 of 3 so far in this one. 12 and a half minutes to go in the first. 17-8 Texas. Overton near the right sideline. Gets a screen from Jovic. Drives free throw line. Lobs it up there off the glass. Didn't get it. That's an off-balance shot.
Yeah, that's a little bit of a marginal shot. When I mentioned hunkered down, they're a little bit. Tigers are not nearly aggressive up on the ball.
Swain. Into the corner it goes for Mark. Tremont Mark. Traore. Top of the circle for Swain. 14 to shoot. 9-point lead for Texas with the basketball. Under 12 to go in the first half. Drive to the baseline. Shot is up. It's off the glass. It's missed. Rebound out of there to Jovic. To Overton up the left sideline for Auburn. Down 9 with the ball. Overton at the top. Pettiford penetrates to the basket. Gets bumped. Puts it up and he's fouled.
That's a good attacking offense by the Auburn Tigers that time in transition.
Timeout on the floor with 11:44 to go in the first. Texas leads Auburn 17-8. Pettiford at the free throw line when we return. Take on game day with the great taste of Coke Zero Sugar. Is it the best Coke ever? Try and decide. This is the Auburn Sports Network.
Ants in the kitchen, termites under the floor, mosquitoes in the backyard. It's a full court infestation. Don't let them score. Call Cook's Pest Control. Nobody beats Cook's when it comes to superior protection against unwanted pests. Cook's knowledgeable and courteous technicians are expertly trained to get the job done right, guaranteed. With Cook's on your team, your home's defense is unstoppable.
Looky, 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 here comes Cookie Cook's Pest Control.
Alabama Power is here for you when big storms hit, but we're also here for the little things. We're there to get the coffee started, to make sure everyone's ready for school, for midday dance breaks, and evening entertainment. We're also there to help you save on all that energy with easy-to-use tips, tools, and efficiency programs. So enjoy these moments.
Kids, movie night.
And we'll do the rest. Visit alabamapower.com and follow us on social to learn more.
Auburn women's basketball returns to Neville Arena Thursday, January 28th to host number 3 South Carolina. Tip-off is set for 8 p.m. Central. Tickets are available at aubtix.com. Thursday night is jersey night, and fans in attendance can enter to win a Nike basketball jersey. Can't make it to the game? Tune in to Auburn and South Carolina on ESPN 106.7 or listen for free on the Auburn Tigers app. That's Auburn and South Carolina, Thursday night at 8 p.m. Central. War Eagle!
Brad Law, Neville Arena. Let's check the Yellowwood scoreboard. Hot start on the road for Mississippi State, even hotter than Texas is. Bulldogs lead LSU in Baton Rouge 27-9 with 8 minutes gone by in that matchup down in Red Stick. And Georgia and Tennessee back and forth in the first 8 minutes of their contest in Athens. Bulldogs lead the Volunteers 15-14 in what should be a really good game throughout. Here, Texas leads 17-8. The Longhorns uncharacteristically torrid from beyond the arc. They're 5 of 8. And a team that averages a foul called against them every 2 minutes on the road. They've been whistled for 2 in the first 8 minutes of this game as we send it back to Andy Burcham and Randall Dickey.
And that second foul will send Tahad Pettiford to the free throw line for Auburn as he looks for his first point or points of the night.
It'll be good to get him started, see that ball go in the basket, make a couple of free throws right here. Tigers need to be a little bit twofold defense. Number one, they've got to pick up a little bit earlier defensive transition. First and foremost, stop the 3 ball. But once you stop the 3 ball, you've got to expect Texas to drive it. So then you've got to go into a containment mode. But the assists are the key offensively for Auburn. 2 assists, they've had 2 baskets. Look for the coaches to share with the team. Hey, drive it in there, draw the defense to you, and dish it off to the open guy.
The difference in this ball game right now, Texas 5 of 8 from 3. Todd Pettiford gets a couple free throws for the Tigers. 82% from the charity stripe this season. The first is up, and it's good.
It's always a good sign to see Tahad get to the free throw line. He sees that ball go in the basket. Let's see if the Tigers change their defensive strategy on this segment here.
Second free throw is good as well by Tahad. He'll come out. Mishalik will get his first work at the point for the Tigers. The 6'3 junior from Dallas, Texas. And a turnover. They threw it away right to Mishalik.
Yes.
An unforced error by Texas.
We'll just give that to Blake's presence on the floor was just too much for the Horns.
Mishalik, right wing, Sebastian. Out on the wing. Inside the arc, it's Hall. Looking for his first field goal of the night. Bumped on the baseline, out of bounds. Off of Tremont Mark.
Texas changed their defensive strategy then. Soon as Keyshawn Hall got the basketball about 12 or 14 feet from the basket, immediately they went to trap him.
Out of bounds. Inbound, Sebastian Williams-Adams, right side of the lane. Against Heidi to the hole, up and in.
Sebastian Williams-Adams just continues to improve. That time he just muscled his way in and stuck the basketball in for 2 points.
Cuts the lead to 5. Auburn on a 4-0 run. Heidi outside the arc, right side. Lobs at low post for Bocatitis. In a double team, he puts it up and he missed it in a foul. And this is what the guy does. 9.5 fouls that he is able to get per 40 minutes played.
He is so tall, and when you elect to front, when the Tigers did, they're going to front him on the low post. What you've got to have is your teammate to really put pressure on the passer and make it hard for him to get it in there to him.
69% free throw shooter for the sophomore from Lithuania. He knocks home the first. Transferred in from Florida Atlantic. Jordan Pope in, replacing Weaver to take over at point guard. Bocatitis can make it a 7-point lead for the Longhorns. And he does. Double digits in 16 of his 20 games this season. Their second leading scorer. And it's a 19-12 Texas lead. Mashalik to Hall between the circles. Hall on the wing on a curls. Elijah Freeman just turned it over. Just dribbled it away.
Yeah, he just went one bounce too far, too deep.
Heidi, right wing three. Good.
They capitalize on any steals, missed shots. They're pushing the basketball really hard in transition, looking that time, and they feel it from the three, so they're looking to take even more.
Biggest lead of the night now for the Longhorns, 22-12 underneath. Shot is up, no. A foul call to Sebastian Williams-Adams, goes to the line for a couple for Auburn.
What an outstanding pass by Blake Mashalik to the high-low on the flex cut. When Sebastian Williams-Adams went baseline, he went off a flex cut on the block. He came wide open at the basket. Mashalik just threw a dime right to him.
Couple free throws for Sebastian. 6'8" freshman out of Houston. First free throw is missed long. 10:29 in the first. Auburn has struggled from the field tonight. 3 of 12 from the field. Jovic out, Murphy back in on the low post for Auburn.
Well, I think that's what you see, trying to get the ball in closer to the basket. That time they run a play for Sway underneath the basket. Maybe we can get one out here.
He got the second one. He got a very kind of home roll on that one. 22-13 Texas. 10:25 first half. Pope picked up by Freeman. At the top, now to the left sideline. Off the right wing, it's Heidi, who already has three threes here tonight. Pope on the wing. Picked it up, back door to the baseline. Shot is up, no, foul or a jump ball. Ball still loose, and a foul is called against Texas. Auburn wondering how the original shot that was blocked wasn't at least a jump ball or a travel against Texas. Longhorns will have it out of bounds after the foul against the Tigers. Out of bounds, baseline left, Bocatitis left wing. 10 minutes in the first. Texas leads Auburn by 9. On the wing left side, it's Swain. At the top, Heidi into the lane. Back out to the top, 4, Swain. Swain, another 3 ball. It's good.
They're just making everything right now.
Goodness.
The Tigers have just got to withstand this and just kind of whittle away, because they are completely on fire from the three-point line.
7 of 10 from 3 for Texas. 25-13. Mashalik down the left side of the lane, backs it up on the left wing. Hands to Freeman. Whistle foul. It's going to go against maybe Bocatitis.
I think so.
Yeah.
That's a real battle underneath those boards. Them having to contend with the quickness of Murphy. And you see Traore come right back in.
Hall out of the lineup for Auburn.
Good time for the Tigers to get another basket on this baseline out of bounds.
Overton in. Freeman will trigger. Left wing Pettiford. 3 ball to Hod. Short. Air ball. Rebounded by Freeman, and a foul against Auburn. I think they got Freeman on the rebound. That's too bad, because Elijah had an uncontested layup or dunk.
Yeah, I think he jockeyed a little too much, too physical, trying to get position to get that offensive rebound.
Longhorns lead at 25-13. Biggest lead of the night for Texas. They've done it on 7 threes here in the first half. Swain drifts off to the right wing. Picked up by Sebastian down the left side of the lane. Up from about 5, it's good.
Swain is so good. He just gets to his spot and he is so athletic he just gets up over the top of you. And they really, Texas Longhorns are really feeling it offensively tonight.
They have quieted this big crowd here tonight, leading by 14 points now. Pettiford at the top, Freeman around his man, pull up in the lane. Gets bumped, goes up, and scores.
Got to manufacture 2 points right there by Freeman. That was a really nice play. Got in the heart of the defense and just kind of feathered it in the basket.
12-point lead for Texas. Longhorns ball, Mark throws it away. Trying to set up Traore underneath, and he threw it over the top of him into the crowd.
Might be a good spark that time. The Tigers switched on that 2-man ball screen play, and Murphy took him. Thought he had a mismatch underneath with.
That's the 6th turnover, but Auburn hadn't done a lot with those 6 turnovers, just 7 points. See if Auburn can take advantage. Pettiford, a screen for Murphy. Into the key where he's cut off by Pope. To Freeman, right wing. Inside the arc, back out. Now to Pettiford, 12 to shoot. To Hott, a screen for Murphy. Turns the corner, pull up from 19. Got it.
Really nice play off the ball screen by Murphy. It opened up to Hott. Pettiford off that screen. He just got up over the top of it. As soon as he saw daylight, really smart move by Todd.
Trims the lead to 10. 7:46 in the first. Swain on the wing, outside the arc. Gets a screen, top of the circle, down the lane. Swain turns against Murphy. Kicks it to the wing. To the corner it goes for Pope. Out of the left wing, 6 to shoot. Pope goes baseline. Head fake in the corner. Left side Traore. To Mark. Tremont for 3. Didn't get it. Rebound Murphy for Auburn.
That's a good shutout by the Tigers defensively. Let's get us a basket and transition right here.
Pettiford right wing. Top of the circle free throw line. Left wing Overton. Looked at a 3, didn't take it. 19 to shoot for Auburn. KO brings it out to the point. Puts Pettiford on a wing. Murphy out at the top for a screen. Overton double team. Lobs it to Murphy in the key. Drives on Traore. Bumped twice. Goes up. Block out of bounds, foul. I think they got Traore for a foul with 6 on the shot clock. 7:01 in the first. Auburn with free throws coming back, trailing Texas 27-17. Tonight's first half brought to you by Southern Union. Conveniently located just a few miles from Auburn, Southern Union offers classes that easily transferred to the university. Endless opportunities are right up the road. Auburn basketball continues in a moment.
Chick-fil-A's new frosted sodas and floats, it's a 10 out of 10. Hey, this is Lizzie, a team member at my local Chick-fil-A, and a little thing I love about the Chick-fil-A chicken sandwich and new frosted sodas and floats is how well they go together. You will love having your favorite soda blended with our creamy ice stream to make a new frosted soda or float. With the mix of the ice stream and soda fizz, it's so delicious, I call it Fizzalicious.
Order a Chick-fil-A chicken sandwich and a new frosted soda and float at your local Chick-fil-A restaurant. Real team member paid for their testimonial.
At East Alabama Health, our team of employees and physicians is ranked among the best season after season. In the past year alone, Becker's has named us one of the top 150 places to work in healthcare. Newsweek has called us the best in-state hospital. And for the second year in a row, Newsweek also named us as one of America's best maternity hospitals. But you know what makes us most proud at East Alabama Health is being an official partner of the Auburn Tigers. Join our winning team today at eastalabamahealth.org.
What a matchup we've got, folks. Just nonstop action. The energy is electric and the fans are all in. An intense game like this calls for a Coca-Cola. Ah, crisp and refreshing. That's a game changer. Yeah, that taste scores every time. And just like that, they're back at it. Passionate fans and an ice-cold Coca-Cola. Now that's a winning combo. No matter the team, no matter the sport, everyone knows fan work is thirsty work. Enjoy a Coca-Cola.
Back to Neville Arena for more Auburn basketball.
7 minutes and 1 second to go in the first half. Auburn right now on a mini 4-0 run to cut the lead to 10. And Auburn will be at the free throw line coming out of the timeout break.
Well, the Tigers have really kind of got them under control a little bit the last 2 minutes defensively, but it hadn't really turned into a high production offense. Texas is getting back. They're playing very physical defense, and when you get it to the basket, you better go bring your lunch pail because you're going to be met with some bodies on you. And
you're going to get doubled or tripled, aren't you?
You cannot get in there and be weak with it and lose it. The Tigers have done that. Sway's done it once. Freeman's done it once. We've got to continue to attack that basket because Lokatitis is already out of the game. I think he's got 2 fouls as well. So that's a good sign for the Tigers.
But the difference in this one is the red-hot start from 3 for Texas. Heck, a red-hot start from the field. The Longhorns are 9 of 15 from the field, 7 of 11 from 3.
Yeah, I think Texas will eventually cool off a little bit, but the Tigers just need to get plugging away. And I made a mistake on that. Boca Titus has just got 1 foul, but they are rotating because of Murphy really hasn't really been out much. They're really rotating Traore and Boca Titus in that 5 position against Murphy.
Boca Titus with 1 foul back out there. Auburn's original 5, Pettiford, Overton, Hall, Sway, and Murphy.
Be a good time in this segment right here from the 7-minute mark to the 4-minute media to try to get some offense going, kind of get the Tigers and get this crowd back riled up.
Murphy at the line shooting 2, where he's shooting 85.7% in SEC play. And the first free throw, of course, is in and out.
Had a lot of balls tonight go in and out. Overton had a 3 ball that went down and in. Sway had a ball that went down and in. And that free throw that time went down and in.
Second free throw falls. That's the lead to 9. Auburn on a 5-0 run.
Good time. We get this crowd going, get the jungle alive right here, get another shutout defensively.
Heidi to Pope outside the arc. To Boca Titus to the right wing for Swain. Swain to Heidi at the top. Picked up by Pettiford. Fought through a screen. Now Pope with a screen from Boca Titus into the key. 19-footer in the air by Pope. It's good.
That's one thing Texas is really quick at. As soon as they get space and as soon as they see daylight, they just rise up and shoot it in.
11-point lead for the Longhorns, 29-18. 6:26 in the first half of play. Murphy outside the arc to Pettiford for a screen and a 3. It's no good. Rebound out of there to Swain for Texas. Swain up the left sideline in front of the Auburn bench. Drives it into the lane, into the key. Goes up and didn't get it. Boca Titus went for the rebound and a whistle and a foul against Auburn. I think they got Murphy underneath.
Yes. He had such a tough task. He and Boca Titus really going after it underneath that basket. Both of them pushing each other, and Keyshawn was just trying to box him out aggressively and ended up getting called for the foul.
Texas out of bounds, baseline left to Boca Titus on the wing. Hands the ball there, left side for Swain. To Boca Titus to the basket, where he's double teamed and he stepped out of bounds.
He really likes, that's one of his tendencies.
Wait a minute. I thought he stepped out of bounds.
He had the ball.
He had the ball.
I don't understand that call there, giving it back to them because they had possession of the.
All right, Texas basketball. Out at the top, Dalen Swain. To Pope straight away. Wide open 3. Didn't get it. Rebound Pettiford. With Hall ahead. Pettiford right down the middle of the lane. Goes up. It was blocked. He goes down. Here's Texas the other way. Swain left sideline. Into the key. Top of the circle. Heidi. To the baseline for Pope through the lane. Off the left side and a whistle and a foul. Crowd really upset that there was no foul called when Pettiford put up that layup at the other end of the floor and then was called for the foul there.
Well, that's one thing you can't do. You can't expect the whistle to blow when you go toward that basket. They are letting them play around the rim tonight. You got to be strong with it, try to finish it.
Wilcher in, Weaver out. 29-18, Longhorns. Pope, left wing, Swain. Outside the arc, Swain looking underneath for Boca Titus. Goes baseline, cut off there. To the wing, to the top for Pope. Down the lane, running one-hander. Pope didn't get it. Rebound out of there to Murphy. That shouldn't have been a shot clock violation. Oh, they called a foul in Auburn. And a technical foul has been called against Auburn.
Well, this could be a big turning point right here.
I think Stephen Pearl is looking for some kind of explanation on the technical foul or who it was called against. Pope at the line for the free throw, and it's good.
I think the technical was on Kevin Overton, but I don't know who the initial foul was on.
Pope makes the free throw. And Texas will keep the basketball, leading Auburn by 13 points, 31-18. 5:15 in the half. Both fouls apparently were against Overton. He's now listed with 2 fouls in the stats.
Yeah, he was frustrated.
Yeah,
He must have said something, and the officials, he stuck in pretty quick, though.
Can't say as I blame him. Inbound, nearly stolen, and it is Sway up the floor. And out of bounds off of
He drew
Texas.
the foul on Swain.
Yep.
That was, what an effort.
Yeah, they called it on Texas, so Sway goes to the line for a 1-and-1.
Just ran through the pass.
Yeah.
Was a physical 2 guys going toward midcourt, chasing the same basketball. Sway wins out, shows his strength, tried to get to retrieve the ball to go for a layup, and he ended up getting bumped. Swain pushed him over there on the sideline.
It is not a 1 bonus. That's the 6th foul. Both teams with 6, so Auburn will have it out of bounds. The foul was against Dalen Swain.
This is our first sideline out of bounds play by the Tigers. See if they execute a play, try to isolate.
Auburn trails by 13 points. Overton at the top against Weaver. Inside the arc, down the lane to the corner for Pettiford. Tahad to the basket, goes up with a shot, didn't get it. Rebound fought for, and out of bounds to Auburn.
Well, it is a hard fight around the floor. It is a tough physical matchup.
Auburn just 5 of 18 from the field in this first half. Murphy out and Jovic is in. Auburn trails 31-18 at home. Hall puts it on the floor, drives on Swain, who blocked the shot out of bounds. Second block of the night for the Longhorns.
Got to get a little bit higher on our shots around that basket. We need to get above the rim. You shoot the ball below the rim with this size of Texas has got, they're going to block your shot.
Jovic out at the arc, top of the circle, gets it right side, Pettiford, left wing Hall. 8 to shoot. Keyshawn down the lane, drives on Bocatitis, up and missed it. And the rebound out of there to Texas. Heidi ahead to Swain. Off the left side, it's Weaver. And he walked. Again, Texas continues to turn it over. Auburn just hasn't done a good job of taking advantage of the turnovers.
That's one thing they need to capitalize. When Texas turns it over, the Auburn Tigers need to punish them on the other end for turning it over by cashing it in for points.
8 turnovers in the first half for Texas, only 2 for Auburn. Jovic, Pettiford in the key. Left wing Overton. He'll pop a 3. Good.
A really nice penetrating pitch, but Tahad Pettiford drove around the ball screen, got into the heart of the defense, kicked it out to Overton.
21 for the Tigers, 31 for the Longhorns, and Jovic called for a foul near the center circle against Bocatitis, and that will put Bocatitis at the line for a 1 bonus. That'll be the second foul on Filip Jovic. .408 in the first. Texas 31, Auburn 21.
Well, as we heard Coach Pearl talk about in the pregame, Bocatitis draws 10 fouls a game, leads the nation in that, and you can see why.
1 bonus, he missed it. Rebound Texas. Had it, lost it, out of bounds off of Auburn. 4:06 in the first, Texas by 10. Longhorns ball, a 20-second shot clock, as Michalek will come in for Auburn for his second stint, replacing Pettiford.
Yeah, we got to be a little stronger on that free throw block out, not let Texas push us up too far underneath the basket.
Longhorns have out-rebounded Auburn 14-8 in this first half. Freeman in, Overton comes out for Auburn. Out of bounds, baseline left for the Longhorns. Bocatitis, left corner. And a steal. Sebastian Williams-Adams against Heidi. Blows by him to the hole and lays it in.
Really nice play. Sway is really playing good defense tonight. He's running through passes, stealing basketballs. That time he rewarded himself going coast to coast.
8-point lead for Texas. Swain, left wing Heidi, right wing Swain. Looked into the corner, drives on Jovic to the free throw line, spins, goes up with the right hand and scores.
That's one of the traits that Texas has. They always spin when they get to the heart of the defense.
And a timeout with 3:35 to go in the first half. Texas by 10, 33-23. Find your piece of paradise on the Alabama Gulf Coast with Mindy Jones of RE/MAX Paradise. Visit mindyatparadise.com. This is the Auburn Sports Network.
In 1977, Ford F-Series became the best-selling trucks in America. 33 million trucks later, we've kept that title every year since. And that's a formula we plan on repeating. Ford F-Series, built Ford tough. The best-selling trucks in America for 49 years and counting. Based on 1977 to 2025 calendar year industry reported total sales.
Look, I'm not going to tell you how to live your life, but if you're an Auburn fan like me and you haven't switched your phone service to War Eagle Mobile, you're passing up a slam dunk. Here's the deal. You get exclusive game day perks, and War Eagle Mobile contributes to Auburn athletics with every payment you make. No contracts, no hidden fees, no reason to put it off another minute. Switch now to the only phone plan built for the Auburn family and on the T-Mobile 5G network. Visit wareaglemobile.com. That's wareaglemobile.com.
Auburn baseball tickets are on sale now. Single game general admission tickets are available for as low as $15. Prices fluctuate based on the opponent and day of the week. 8-game mini plans are on sale for $112. Flex plan vouchers are available for home games excluding premium SEC series. Learn more about the pricing structure and availability and buy your tickets today by going to the Tickets tab in the Auburn Athletics app or visiting aubtix.com. Take your place in Plainsman Park this season with Auburn baseball.
Brad Law back at Neville Arena, 3 minutes, 35 seconds away from Conecuh halftime, where we'll check scores in the SEC, including Mississippi State putting the hammer down in Baton Rouge. Plus, a look around Auburn athletics. Lots going on as we approach the final weekend in January and the pertinent stats from the first 20 minutes of play. 33-23. Tigers didn't make up any points over the last 3.5 minutes of game action. Andy Burcham, Randall Dickey, but they have another opportunity here. A stat of interest at this point. Auburn has 23 points. 14 of those are off of Texas turnovers. They're shooting well when they get shots. When Auburn keeps them from getting a shot, the Tigers are capitalizing.
And that number has arced in Auburn's favor even more of late. There for a while, Auburn really wasn't taking advantage of the Texas turnovers. They have done that right here, trailing by 10, 33-23. After Swain made the basket, it was a dandy basket. He then tried to shush the crowd. Then play was stopped because one of the officials said something to Philip Jovich about his play. That's why we went to the timeout break.
Well, I think there's plenty of chirping going on around between each team. And one thing that I'd like to see the Tigers do, just like you said, continue to score off the turnovers. They've got 14 of their 23 up to this point. We need to get on the glass. Let's get us some offensive rebounds, and we need to limit Texas's second opportunities by getting on the defensive boards.
Pettiford back in after a very short stint on the bench against a 2-3 zone. Left side, it's Jovich. At the top, it's Pettiford. Nearly double teamed. Right wing, Overton. Low post. Great pass. Jovich double hand stop.
What a pass by Kevin Overton. Philip Jovich just slipped in underneath behind the zone, which is one of the best ways to attack the zone, is to come up under behind it where they can't see you, and he did and floated wide open.
Heidi, the Vocatitis. Top of the circle for Swain. Swain had the three, didn't take it. In the corner, Mark. Now to Swain with 8 to shoot. Kicks it into the corner, 3 ball in the air. It's missed. The rebound, Jovich. Down 8, Auburn ball.
There we go.
Pettiford at the top, gets bumped. Kicks it right side. Hall, 3 from the right. No. Weak side rebound as Jovich goes down and he's fouled by Vocatitis. Vocatitis will flop. Yeah, Phillip might have flopped there. Vocatitis got called for the second foul.
I think there's a little international flair there between Lithuania and Slovenia.
A little bit. And they're going to check, I guess, for the severity of the foul.
It'll be interesting to see.
Yes, I'm not sure there was anything more than just physical play. But the officials are over there talking to the folks in Birmingham right now. Auburn trails by 8 with 2 minutes and 40 seconds to go in the first half. It'll be just wonderful to see this Auburn team go on a run at the end of this half.
Tigers are in pretty good shape. We've played a lot better getting that. They really were emphatic on defensive rebounding that last possession. It turned into an explosive offensive transition, which resulted in a foul on the shot.
Is it a hook and hold maybe on this play? They were tied up on the weak side. Boca Titus did hook and hold. Boca Titus hooked and held the Auburn center, Philip Jovic. Yes, that's a flagrant. Well, at least the replay we saw.
It's going to be interesting to see what they make on that decision, but one thing that the officials are going to have to do is getting in control of those guys chirping at each other underneath the basket, because tempers are going to not only do anything but boil over.
They've gone to both benches. I think that modest Boca Titus has been called for a hook and hold. So with 2:40 to go in the first half, Jovic is at the line, and then Auburn I guess he's at the line. Is it twice, or will Auburn have the ball after these free throws? Now this is Phillip at the line for 2 because of the hook and hold. He would have been at the line for a 1 in bonus. So this is 2 for Jovic on the foul by Boca Titus, the hook and hold, his second foul of the night. First free throw, he missed it long. Auburn now 6 of 9 from the free throw line.
Just needs to take his time, go back to his routine.
He can cut the lead to 7 right here. And he missed both. And now Auburn will have it out of bounds. Baseline left, trailing by 8.
The big opportunity for the Tigers. They had 2:40 left in the first half, but they still have the possession right here. Baseline out of bounds. They can execute and get a basket from that.
Ask Pettiford to tuck in his shirt. Inbound left corner, Sebastian. Low post, Hall, ball batted out. Comes to Pettiford at the left wing. Auburn fortunate there. Pettiford, a screen from Jovic, top of the circle. Down the right side, step back 3 to Hod. Got it!
Oh, that's vintage to Hod. Pettiford with a step back from the 3. What a shot.
Ooh, Auburn down 5 with 2:19 in the first. That gets the crowd into it. 33-28, Texas. On the wing, Pope. Picked up by Jovic at the top. Low post, Traore, and he's fouled by Sebastian.
Just never could. The defensive positioning tonight for the Tigers, their game plan is to front the low post. That time Sway was fighting hard to try to get around in front and just couldn't do it and ended up fouling.
Traore transferred from Long Beach State to Xavier. He missed all of last season at Xavier, but came with Sean Miller from Xavier to Texas. First of a 1 in bonus is good. 2:04 in the first. Texas 34, Auburn 28. Texas 5 of 6 from the line. Auburn is 6 of 10.
Got about 4 possessions, maybe 5 left in this first half. It's time to keep this momentum going for the Tigers offensively.
Texas shooting well from the field and from the line. They're back up by 7, I'm sorry. 35-28, 2:03 in the first. Pettiford across midcourt in the center circle. Drives off the right wing against Mark, picked up by Pope and a switch. Reverses out on the right wing, now spins, gets a screen from Jovic. Drives to the basket, to the corner. Hall looking for his first field goal of the night. 12 to shoot. Off the right wing, it's Overton. Head fake at 3, drives free throw line, down the lane, up good.
Oh, beautiful play right there by Kevin Overton. He saw the opening in the defense, and he just kept pursuing the basket. Ended up, it opened up, and he just rose up and laid it in.
That's the lead back to 5, 35-30. Texas with 1:26 on a counting clock. Heidi at the top, it's Swain. Steps back on the left wing against Jovic. To the free throw line, Swain up and under and in.
Just can't give those guys an angle. He has an offensive mind of scoring, and he just stepped right around Jovic and laid it in.
12 for Swain in the first half. Longhorns lead Auburn by 7. Hall Right wing, step back, outside the arc, between the legs dribble. Overton, 3, right side, missed it. And the rebound pulled in by Texas. 54 seconds in the first half. Texas leads Auburn by 7.
Yeah, the quick possession right there. That's going to add one to the total. We need to try to win a couple right here in this last 44 seconds.
Heidi to Swain, gets a screen. Right wing, picked up by Hall. Swain kicks it to the right corner. Mark at the wing, top of the circle. Swain, 5 to shoot. Long 3 by Swain. He got it. Wow. Achievement at Christmas.
He is on fire tonight. He is really playing well.
And that's a 10-point lead again for Texas. 20 seconds to go in the first half. Final possession, perhaps. Auburn trails by 10. Hall at the top. He'll pop a 3. Yes, and a foul!
What an outstanding shot in the arm right before halftime to make a 3, get fouled, got a chance to go to the free throw line for one more, which is a 4-point play.
And Auburn calls a timeout to talk about defense. Texas will have 7.4 seconds after this free throw attempt by Keyshawn Hall.
That's a good timeout. They have not used one. They're going to have to use it or lose it, so you might as well draw your strategy up. I think the Tigers will try to, we got Hall at the free throw line, trying to make this free throw and then pick up and worry Texas. Maybe they'll cough it up. Maybe they'll turn it over before they get to the midcourt line. Either way, if they turn it over, you got a chance for another offensive possession. But the worst thing about it, you want to stay between them and the basket and not give them an easy look.
Hall, his first field goal of the night is a 3-ball with 7.4 seconds to go in the first half. Remember, he scored 22 in the first half on Saturday at Florida.
Well, Texas has put a bullseye on his back. They have draped all over him all night in this first half, and he's really been tough to shake loose to get open, which has created very few opportunities for Hall. It was a good one to see right there to open up that scoring column with a 3-ball and not a chance to make a free throw to make it a 4-point play.
Longhorns have led by as many as 14 points. That came at the 9:01 mark. Auburn can cut the lead to 6 and does on that free throw by Hall.
Auburn's going to elect to drop back and pick up about 3/4 court. They'll worry the basketball with Tahad Pettiford on Swain.
Swain against Pettiford on the right wing. Down to 2, down to 1. Puts up a 3 and missed it, but was fouled. Boy, Auburn bailed him out there. Golly bum. Jamin at Christmas.
Oh, me.
Now, Pettiford came down and put his hand on the shoulder of Swain, who now goes to the line for 3. Jamin at Christmas. First free throw is missed with 0.2 of a second in the first half. By the way, that's the second foul on Pettiford. Second free throw by Swain is good. Auburn hadn't done a good job on this guy defensively. He has 15 points, 5 rebounds in the first half. He is 6 of 7 from the field and perfect from 3. And he can take the lead to 8 with 0.2 seconds to go in the half. Pettiford out, Mashalik in. Swain got the second free throw. Inbound Hall, and Auburn will not even attempt a shot.
Yeah, with 0.2, they didn't really have an opportunity to catch and shoot that time. You're better off just to regroup, go to the dressing room, regroup for this half.
Auburn knows what it's like with very little time on the clock against a team from Texas here at Neville Arena. At the half, Texas 42, Auburn 34. Time now for Conecuh halftime, and here is Brad Law.
All right, Andy, thank you very much. Tigers trailed by 14 at the 9:01 mark of the first half, and Auburn was able to chip into that. They trail by 8 here at Conecuh halftime. Let's start with a look at scores around the SEC and the top 25. 2 other games in the league in progress now, including Auburn's next opponent. Tennessee has gone to the half at Georgia, and it's the Bulldogs on top 34-28. Bulldogs getting a big day from Cannon Catchings. He's got 14 points to lead the Bulldogs. Georgia comes in 4-3 in the league. Tennessee at 3-3. Again, Auburn goes to Tennessee for a Saturday night game in Knoxville. Meanwhile, in Baton Rouge, it is all Mississippi State. Bulldogs lead LSU 44-21. Just a dominant offensive and defensive half. Bulldogs got out to a 27-9 lead, and they have not looked back. 44-21, Mississippi State over LSU at the half at the Maravich Assembly Center. Top 25 scores outside the SEC. Well, only two other teams in action tonight outside the league in the top 25. In the Big East, it's number 25 St. John's leading Butler at the half, 43-29. And coming up later tonight, about an hour and 10 minutes from now, 10th-ranked Houston is in Fort Worth to battle TCU. Our score here at Conecuh halftime, Auburn trails Texas 42-34. A look around Auburn athletics when we come back to Neville Arena. This is the Auburn Sports Network.
Conecuh sausage is a fan favorite for tailgating, always great on the grill, and it's the official sausage dog and hot dog of the Auburn Tigers. Conecuh sausage is made from the finest cuts of pork, their patented blend of seasonings, and smoked over a pure hickory fire for that true southern flavor. Be sure to visit the Conecuh Gift Shop in Evergreen, Alabama, right off I-65 at exit 96. Enjoy a crowd-pleasing Conecuh sausage dog while watching the Tigers and make Conecuh part of your game day. Conecuh sausage since 1947, a real winner. Since 1992, Alacomp has been putting points on the board by providing championship-level workers' compensation insurance to Alabama-based businesses of all types and sizes. Alacomp has the right people in the right positions to produce the results to save you money and pays you a dividend. Your team is your most valuable asset, so make sure that they are protected. Ask your agent for an Alacomp quote today. Get the coverage you can count on with Alacomp. Don't just insure, be sure. It's the Alacomp way.
What a matchup we've got, folks. Just nonstop action. The energy is electric and the fans are all in. An intense game like this calls for a Coca-Cola. Crisp and refreshing. That's a game changer. Yeah, that taste scores every time. And just like that, they're back at it. Passionate fans and an ice-cold Coca-Cola. Now that's a winning combo. No matter the team, no matter the sport, everyone knows fan work is thirsty work. Enjoy a Coca-Cola.
Auburn baseball returns February 13th.
He struck him out! A fastball in there! And the Tigers pour out of the dugout, and Auburn wins!
Butch Thompson's Tigers are back to take aim at the SEC and Omaha.
Fly ball, right field, deep, below, grand slam!
Catch every game on an Auburn Sports Network affiliate near you or on the Auburn Athletics app.
Unbelievable!
Welcome back to Conecuh halftime, where Auburn trails Texas 42-34. Longhorns average 7.5 made threes per game. They made 8 in the first half. They're whistled for 22 fouls a game in road games. They were whistled for 8 fouls in the first half. We'll get you all the stats a little bit later on. Right now, a look around Auburn athletics presented by Auburn Bank, champions of you. Women's basketball hosts third-ranked South Carolina tomorrow night at 8. It is jersey night, so fans are encouraged to wear their favorite jerseys to the game, and a Nike basketball jersey raffle will be held. You can go to the tickets tab on the Auburn Athletics app, get your seats for tomorrow night's 8 p.m. tip-off against the Gamecocks. Multiple teams are traveling this weekend. Cross country is at Clemson. Women's tennis battles Oklahoma State and Stillwater. Swimming and diving competes in Alabama Friday afternoon. Auburn Equestrian is back in a familiar spot. Jessica Braswell's squad is ranked number 1 in the nation.
Now we're the hunted instead of the hunter, I would say. You know, now we've got a bigger target on our back, and we've got to be prepared for that. No one has anything to lose when they play us. So that we've got to be ready for. I told the team, we've been talking about, just because we finished the fall how we wanted to, that doesn't mean we've arrived. We can still get a lot better. We still have a lot of things we can improve on before postseason. And that's what, you know, starting this weekend through the middle of March, that's what we have to do, is keep getting better week in and week out.
Tigers ride at UT Martin Saturday morning to open the 2026 portion of the schedule. Auburn Gymnastics competes at Georgia. Jeff Graba previews the team's second Sunday meet.
We're going to challenge the team to just, you know, embrace the opportunity. Georgia's a tremendous program. They're hitting on all cylinders. They haven't lost at home, so But it's all about us. We've got to go be us here pretty soon on the road.
Action starts at 5 Central Sunday in Athens. That's a look around Auburn athletics. Our next broadcast on the Auburn Sports Network tomorrow night, live at Baumhauer's Victory Grill off Bent Creek Road. We will have Stephen Pearl, we will have Keyshawn Hall, and Kevin Overton with us on location. They'll be playing video games in the back room against fans. So if you want to challenge those guys or watch those guys or just come hang out for the show, we invite you to do that. 6 o'clock tomorrow night, it is Tiger Talk at Baumhauer's Victory Grill off Bent Creek Road. Here at the half, Tigers with some work to do, trailing the Longhorns 42-34. We'll give you the stats, and they tell the story in a pretty compelling way tonight. That's when Conecuh Halftime continues in a moment.
There's a big deal going on at Whataburger. Our new Big Ranch wrap is just $3 with a crispy chicken strip, buttermilk ranch, cheese, and fresh veggies in a warm tortilla. Or for $4, go bigger with 5 premium Whata chicken bites. Or go bigger than big with a Bacon Cheese Whataburger Jr. with fresh 100% beef and melty cheese for just $5. Add fries and a drink for just $2.49. Now that's a big deal. The What a Deal, now at What a Burger. For a limited time at participating locations. Download the app.
Hey Auburn fans, if you're a nursing mother, wounded veteran, special needs family, or caring for an elderly loved one, Snazzy is here to support you. This season, snag free parking passes for select families at Jordan-Hare Stadium. Plus, Snazzy gives away a VIP package every home game. Nominate someone in these groups at snazzy.org. Everything Snazzy does is thanks to Carrier, the inventors of modern air conditioning. Head to snazzy.org now to learn more and apply. Snazzy, accessibility for all.
Are you ready for your winning moment? Find it at Wind Creek Casino, where the action never stops. Hottest games, loosest spins, more ways to win. We've got the highest payouts and the most epic rewards. At Wind Creek, there's a win waiting for you around every corner. Wind Creek Casino. Find your winning moment. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER.
Hey, Mom, sorry for the late message. It's been absolutely crazy here. And this morning, I went for a run on Kailua Beach and saw the most insane sunrise. I sent some photos. And then this afternoon, we worked on another Black Hawk. My new unit is amazing. I'm learning a ton. And guess what? You called it. I'm going surfing on Sunday. And we're going to... All right. Yeah, cool. Be right there. I gotta go. I'll see you next week. I love you.
Learn how you can be all you can be at GoArmy.com.
Final possession, perhaps. Auburn trails by 10. Hall at the top. He'll pop a three. Yes, and a foul!
What an outstanding shot in the arm right before halftime to make a three, get fouled, got a chance to go to the free throw line for one more, which is a 4-point play.
And he did convert that 4-point play. Keyshawn Hall, though, held to just 6 points. 3 of 3 from the foul line, just 1 of 5. That bucket was his only make in the first half. Hall held to 6 points. Keyshawn Murphy held to just 1 point, 0 of 1 shooting in the first half, and that's one of the reasons why the Tigers trail by 8 here at the break, 42-34. Let's look at your halftime stats. They're brought to you by SeatGeek. Auburn basketball fans, SeatGeek makes it easy to find tickets so you can be a part of all the courtside action this season. So whether you're buying or selling basketball tickets, SeatGeek's the official ticket marketplace of Auburn basketball. Let's go Tigers, SeatGeek. Auburn got more shots but made fewer. Tigers were 11 of 28 from the floor for just under 40%. Tigers knocked down 5 of 12 from long range for a respectable 42% and 7 of 11 at the free throw line. Texas was red hot, 56.5% from the floor, 13 of 23. The Longhorns nailed 8 of 14 triple. They averaged 7.5 makes a game, and they made 8 in the first half alone. They also got to the line 9 or 10 times and made 8. So they were +1 at the foul line, +9 at the three-point line, and made 2 total field goals more than the Tigers. Where Auburn was able to neutralize it a little bit defensively and protecting the ball. Auburn matched a season low with only 2 first-half turnovers, and the Tigers forced 9. Auburn turned those 9 turnovers into 14 points. They have a +9 advantage in points off of turnovers. Auburn is +4 in points in the paint at 10-6, and +5 off the bench at 7-2. So really the difference is the three-point shooting of Texas, and it's three guys individually. Dalen Swain, who is coming off of 29 and 26-point performances in his last two. He's on his way to 30-plus if he matches this in the second half. He had 17 in the first half. Jordan Pope had 10, and Camden Heide had 9. Together, those three guys made all 8 of Texas's threes and scored 36 of their 42 points. That trio did the bulk of the damage for the Longhorns in the first half. Now, one of the other numbers that Auburn has been showing well in of late, rebounding. That went heavily Texas's way in the first half. Longhorns pulled down 15 rebounds to the Tigers' 9. They limited Auburn to just 3 offensive rebounds in that first half. So Dalen Swain, 17 points, 5 rebounds. That led everybody in both categories. For Auburn, Kevin Overton, the leading scorer. He had 8 points on 3 of 6 shooting, 2 of 4 from distance, and an assist and a steal. 7 points for Tahad Pettiford on 2 of 8 shooting. 6 points for Keyshawn Hall, just 1 rebound, 2 assists. 5 points for Sebastian Williams-Adams and Elijah Freeman. 2 points for Filip Jovic, and then the 1 point for Keyshawn Murphy. He was limited to just 2 rebounds in the first half as well. Let's pause 10 seconds for station identification on the Auburn Sports Network. Been a little bit since the Tigers trailed at halftime. A little work to do in the second 20 minutes. We'll see if it carries over. Your score at the half, Auburn 34, Texas 42. Thanks for listening to Conecuh Halftime. We're back with the second half. This is the Auburn Sports Network.
This is Ray Hornsby at Affordable Comfort Cooling Systems and Plumbing. We believe our work is more than just AC and plumbing repairs. It is about serving people with integrity and care. As a Christian-owned company, we take Colossians 3:23 to heart. Whatever you do, work at it with all your heart, as working for the Lord, not for men. That's why at ACCS and Plumbing, we do the job right the first time and always stand behind our work. Honest service, faith-driven values. Give us a call today or visit accsauburn.com to learn more. That's accsauburn.com.
Alabama license number 12084.
From the thrill of the game to your own peaceful retreat, all in one game day. The Residences at Arbor Lake in the heart of Auburn combines comfort, connection, and calm. A short drive from the stadium and AU campus, the Residences at Arbor Lake is a 35-acre escape with stocked fishing lake and private balcony for each unit in the 55-plus apartment community, locally owned and operated. Discover your quiet place. The Residences at Arbor Lake. War Eagle.
Life moves fast. Shouldn't your checking account keep up? Meet Explore Checking from Max Credit Union. No monthly fees, no minimum balance requirement. Enjoy perks like access to your paycheck up to 2 days early, earning rewards that can be turned into cash each time you spend with your Max debit card. Plus, with 24/7 digital banking and an easy-to-use mobile app, managing your money is quick and effortless. Start exploring today at mymax.com/explore. Certain restrictions apply. Federally insured by NCUA.
Hey, this is DeMarcus Riddick, looking for a street legal golf cart. Diamond Golf Carts has the largest selections in the state, and the store is right off the Opelika Road, closer than you think, with the location in Auburn, Birmingham, and Huntsville. Raising the bar since 2012, golf cart sales and service. Need a tune-up? Diamond Golf Carts is full service for all your golf carts need, and they offer pickup and delivery. Carrying brands such as Easy Go, Club Car, Yamaha, and much more. Visit DiamondGolfCart.com and drive different, drive Diamond.
Second half coming up. Tigers down by 8 at the half, 42-34 to Texas. What does Auburn have to do in the second half, Randall?
Auburn's leading a lot of these statistical categories. 14 points off turnovers. The Texas is 5. They're dominating in the paint, 10-6. Got to get the three-point line under control. That's the difference in the game right now. Texas has hit 8. Tigers have hit 5. Got to shoot a little bit better percentage field goal wise, and then I think the Tigers has got one run in them. Once I think they get ahead of Texas, I think they'll be in good shape.
Auburn started the game 5 of 20 from the field. Auburn closed 6 of 8 from the field, including 5 of its last 6 shots.
Just so more efficient when we attack off the bounce to the goal, or as we run an offense from one side of the floor to the other and make the defense move. We're just so much better when we do those two things.
Dalen Swain was outstanding with 17 points in the first half for Texas. Perfect from 3 at 3 of 3 and 6 of 7 from the field overall. Texas will have the ball to open the second half. Auburn will go to the basket to our right. Pope bounce pass Heidi, left wing. Gets it to Tremont Mark. At the top, it's Pope. Pope drives on Murphy. Outside the arc, he stops there. Left side, bounce pass. Swain, low post, Vocatitis behind the defense, and he scores.
They're really good at that. When you switch and Tahad Pettiford on Vocatitis underneath the basket is no match.
Auburn trails by 10. Sebastian Williams-Adams undercut as he drives to the basket.
That's a good pass on the give and go. Sway had an open layup. They had to foul him to keep him from scoring 2.
And Sebastian will go to the line to shoot 2 for the Tigers.
It'll be really interesting if the Tigers continue to stay with the philosophy or the defensive presence of switching everything, putting a small guard on Vocatitis underneath.
First free throw is good.
It's a good way to start with Sebastian right there. Started off the second half with a free throw.
Foul was against Tremont Mark, his first of the night. Sebkin cut the lead back to 8 with his free throw at the 19:29 mark.
Mark's been pretty quiet on 1 of 7 shooting.
Yep, and the free throw pulled in by Mark. 9-point lead for Texas, 44-35. Longhorns led by as many as 14. And a foul at the top. Murphy called for a foul against Vocatitis. Murphy says he's flopping.
Well, he kind of flails his arms out every time he moves, and he's just kind of like a fish out of water, and there's always contact being made, and when you're trying to play up close and physical.
And now the official gets in between Vocatitis and Murphy. Texas by 9, Texas ball, 19-20 in the second. Inbound at the top, it's Pope. Pope looked left for Heidi. Instead, inside the arc, it's Swain, or rather Mark. Mark, turnaround jumper, didn't get it. Vocatitis went over the back for the rebound and got it. Uses an elbow and gets fouled. They missed about 3 fouls on Vocatitis before Auburn finally got him, and he's at the line for 2.
Thought he might have even pushed off even on the offensive rebound that time. Will be interesting to see how that matchup goes.
That's the third foul in Overton. Vocatitis gets a couple. First free throw is good. Overton with 3 fouls has to come out. And Elijah Freeman into the lineup for the Tigers. 5 points in the first half for the sophomore from Palm Beach, Florida. And Vocatitis missed the second free throw. Rebound Murphy to Hall. 19 minutes in the second half. 10-point lead for the Longhorns. Hall drives it down the lane. Hangs, shoots, good.
Oh, yeah, vintage Keyshawn Hall going to the goal and laying it in.
His first 2-point field goal of the night. Down 8, Auburn on defense. 18-41, second half. Vocatitis, left wing, back to Vocatitis at the free throw line. Heidi to the corner for Pope. Ball deflected away, and they got Auburn for a foul on a really late call. Really late call there. Man, oh man. Got Hall for the foul. He had a steal, and Auburn had a breakaway going the other way, and it was a really late call on the play.
Tigers seem to be a little bit more aggressive, and using their hands and their feet a lot quicker.
The replay shows that it was a clean deflection by Hall.
Got a baseline out of bounds by the Texas. Got to defend this.
Mark out at the top. Backs it up on the left-hand dribble. Inside the center circle. Left wing Mark. Working on Freeman down the left side of the lane. Leans in, goes up and scores.
They're not going to keep him quiet all night. Texas is going to try to put the ball in Mark's hand. He's such a been such a good scorer. They're going to give him some looks.
18:03 in the second half. Tigers trail by 10. Pettiford to Hall left side. Works there against Tremont Martin. 3 ball by Keyshawn. It's good.
That Keyshawn Hall back to back.
But if he gets hot, watch out.
You're not joking. We need somebody to get hot right here, but we got to get this defense under control. Limit Texas to getting easy baskets.
Swain against Murphy out at the top. Number 3 against number 3. Swain to Mark, back to Swain. Picked up by Sebastian. He drives it, does Swain. Up and under. He didn't get it. May have been blocked, rebounded by Sebastian.
Really good defense
down
there by
7,
Swain.
Auburn ball. Hall drives, goes up. He missed it, but was fouled. Fouled on the drive, so Auburn will get it out of bounds.
Looks like Keyshawn Hall is a little bit more aggressive. He's a little more assertive on the offensive end. Got a lot more try in his heart to try to get that ball to the basket, and has done so, has drawn a foul that time.
Tremont Mark picked up his second foul. He's out of there. And Kendall Weaver is in. Auburn ball, Murphy. At the top, it's Pettiford. Left wing, Hall. Inside the arc, back out. 3 ball. Good!
Oh, boy, you better look out. Keyshawn Hall is on his way. He's heating up in Neville Arena, that's for sure.
8 points in the second half alone, and that cuts the lead to 4. 47-43. Swain on the wing. Lobs it underneath, throws it away, and a foul is called against Traore.
Defensive pressure by the Tigers is just really making Texas a little shaky with the basketball right now.
That's the 3rd foul on Traore, so he's right back out of there, and Vocatitis is back in. The steal was coming to Freeman, and then he was fouled by Traore. And now down 4, Auburn has it with 16:55 in the second half. It's as close as Auburn has been since early tonight. Pettiford, right wing, Hall. 3 ball, Hall. No. Weak side, rebound, Freeman. Up. Freeman. No. Rebound, Sebastian. Foul on the play. Foul on Texas.
Out of bounds.
Or was it out of bounds off Texas? Yep, Auburn will have it out of bounds, baseline right.
That'll be good. Give us an opportunity to dead ball, to run a set play from a baseline out of bounds.
It will come baseline right. Hall will trigger. Down 4, Auburn ball, the inbound Sebastian. Working on Heidi. Gets bumped, goes up.
And one.
Missed it. He'll go to the line for 2. Auburn can't get one of those and ones to fall other than that 3 ball and a 4-point play by Hall at the end of the first half.
That was a really good call play by the bench that time to isolate Sebastian Williams-Adams. They know that he's got a quick first step to get to the rack. He does. He didn't finish, but he's got 2 free throws.
The first, short. Sebastian with 5 points on the night. He can cut the lead to 3 right here with 16:40 to go in the second half. Auburn has outscored Texas 9-5 to open the second half. And that second free throw is good by Sebastian Williams-Adams.
That's really good. Now we got a little bit of momentum. Yeah. We got Neville Arena. The jungle is coming alive.
47-44, Longhorns. Heidi, Weaver, Swain outside the arc. On a curl, Pope had fake it 3. On the left wing, looking underneath for Vocatitis. Now Pope inside the arc, outside of the left wing, shot clock at 10. Pope against Sebastian to the baseline. 19-foot fadeaway. Didn't get it. Rebound Murphy.
That's a good shutout. Good defensive play by the Tigers. Good defensive rebound.
Down 3, Auburn ball. 16:07 in the second half. Pettiford works against Kendall Weaver outside the right arc. Gets a screen from Murphy. Free throw. 17-footer. Missed it long. Rebound Swain for Texas. Up the floor for the Longhorns. Spins on Pettiford. To Weaver on the wing. Brings it out top of the circle on the left-hand dribble. Off the left wing now for Heidi. To Weaver down the right side for Pope outside the arc. Auburn trails by 3. Texas ball.
Auburn continues to switch defensive. They got a
Swain,
mismatch.
Heidi ball deflected right to
really
Swain.
Good defense.
Swain inside the arc. 3 ball Swain. Good.
Well, he continues to stay on fire. He is hard to guard tonight.
6-point lead for Texas, 15-20 in the second half. Auburn ball, Murphy top of the circle. Murphy hands the ball to Hall, and he lost it. Just turned it over, Weaver the other way, he lost it. Ball still loose. Low post, Swain to the hole. He put it up, he missed it, but it's tapped in by Heide.
Texas is just the more aggressive on that possession that time. They just went and got the loose 50-50 ball. That's what Weaver brings to their ball club. He's tough, active, and he's always on the floor chasing loose balls. He got it, and they ended up getting the layup.
Pettiford at the top for Freeman. Head fake, a hesitation. Now to Pettiford. Out to the top for Hall. It deflected out of bounds by Texas, and it takes us to a timeout break. 14:39 in the second. Texas by 8. Longhorns 52, Auburn 44. With each Tigers three-pointer, Berkshire Hathaway Home Services makes a $25 donation to Outlive, which benefits local cancer patients and treatment centers. Auburn basketball continues in a moment.
Since 1992, Alicomp has been putting points on the board by providing championship-level workers' compensation insurance to Alabama-based businesses of all types and sizes. Alicomp has the right people in the right positions to produce the results to save you money and pays you a dividend. Your team is your most valuable asset, so make sure that they are protected. Ask your agent for an Alicomp quote today. Get the coverage you can count on with Alicomp. Don't just insure, be sure. It's the Alicomp way.
Hi, I'm Chef Franklin Becker. You know the jingle. Now discover the facts about Ozempic, a GLP-1. There's only one FDA-approved Ozempic made by Novo Nordisk. Learn about the real thing.
Talk to your healthcare professional today. Call 1-833-OZEMPIC or visit Ozempic.com to view the medication guide and to learn more about Ozempic. Semaglutide injection 0.5, 1, and 2 milligrams.
You like saving money, right? We all do. That's why Allstate just lowered the price of car insurance. Not, but wait, there's a catch. Lower. Actually lower. So if you're shopping around or just want to see how much you could save, check Allstate first for a new lower auto rate that could save you hundreds. You're in good hands with Allstate. Not available in every state. Only applicable for new auto insurance business. Rates will vary by several factors, including how you purchase the policy. Potential savings vary. Allstate North American Insurance Company and Affiliates, Northbrook, Illinois.
Auburn basketball is brought to you by Chick-fil-A. Eat more chicken and War Eagle with Chick-fil-A.
Auburn had the lead trimmed to 3 and had the ball. But since that point, Texas has gone on a 5-0 run, leading 52-44. Dalen Swain has 4 threes tonight. That is a career high for Dalen Swain. His previous high was 3 threes against Illinois last year in March in the NCAA tournament. So his 4 threes tonight is a career high.
He's been on fire. He's really being hard to guard right now, but the Tigers got to continue to claw and scratch. When they cut it to, we had it to 3 points. We had the possession, end up turning it over. Swain extended it with a 3-point shot.
Did, yeah.
But the Tigers are shooting better this half. We're at 3 for 6 at 50%. I like that part of it. I like the look of the Tigers right now offensively. We just got to get Swain under control. Also, get a few stops in a row to get on a run.
Swain was averaging 27.5 points in his last 2 games with 6 rebounds. Well, he's right on par tonight. He has 20 points with 6 rebounds and 2 assists. Still just 14:39 to go in the second half. Auburn down 8, 52-44. Auburn ball coming out. Bocatitis, Weaver, Mark, Heide, and Pope. So Swain on the bench right now.
Yeah,
Jovic back into the Auburn lineup along with Freeman, Hall, Overton with 3 fouls. Watch out there.
That'll pick up the energy level with Jovic into the game. Give us a little spark.
He hands the ball to Freeman off the inbound pass. Drives on Heide. Left wing for Overton. Pops a 3. Good!
Oh, yes. Nice looking. Great call for the bench on a sideline out of bounds play after a timeout. Ended up getting a 3-point shot out of it.
His third 3 of the night trims the lead to 5. 52-47. 14-16 in the second half. Pope cut off. Down the wing for Weaver. Brings it out to the top. Between the legs, dribble to the left wing for Heide. And a long 3. No. Rebound. Weaver. Foul on the play.
It was a big miss. The Tigers didn't come up with it. Ended up fouling on a box out on Vocatitis. He and
They got Jovic for the foul, his third.
Phillips giving up quite a few inches on the height-wise, but got up underneath him, was boxing him out a little bit too aggressive.
Yeah, out of bounds, baseline left. They lob it to Vocatitis inside the arc. Hands it to Mark at the free throw line. Now brings it out top of the circle against Jovic. Crossover, spins into the lane. Bounce pass, Vocatitis. Ball stripped out of there by Jovic, and it comes to Freeman.
That's
down 5,
good.
Auburn ball.
Good help side defense by the Tigers. Reached in and knocked that ball loose.
Pettiford down the right side, lobs it left side. Overton had a three, didn't take it. Now pops a three. Got it!
He may be the guy warming up this segment right here.
It's
Kevin
a two-point
Overton.
game. It's a two-point game, 52-50.
Back-to-back threes by Kevin Overton to spark the Tigers here.
And a timeout called by Texas. 6-0 run on back-to-back threes by Overton. 13:32 second half. Texas 52, Auburn 50. Auburn basketball brought to you by Auburn Opelika Tourism. Start your next visit to the Plains at aotourism.com. This is the Auburn Sports Network.
Here's a clip from a recent Talking Tigers podcast with Andy Burcham.
Auburn assistant men's basketball coach Mike Burgomaster.
I'm so grateful to be able to do what I do on a daily basis. I mean, to have sat on a bench at 2 Final Fours, I can't believe all that we've accomplished here. I look forward to seeing what we'll continue to accomplish, but even stuff as simple as like having run a practice, when other people have been out on the road, or it's still so surreal to me, and I'm so grateful that Auburn is a place where I've been able to grow up and mature and keep contributing to the level that I'm able to do a job that I love every single day.
New episodes of the Talking Tigers podcast are released Mondays wherever you listen to podcasts. Subscribe to the Talking Tigers podcast exclusively from the Auburn Sports Network.
The Auburn Spirit. It's what drives champions on the field and in business. At the Harbor College of Business, that same passion shapes the next generation of leaders. With a personalized, hands-on approach, we prepare students for success, whether in the boardroom or big moments in life. Auburn Pride, Auburn Innovation, Harbor College of Business, inspiring business. Visit harbor.auburn.edu to learn more.
Back at Neville Arena, Brad Law with a quick check of the Yellowwood scoreboard. Auburn's next opponent is Tennessee. Volunteers were down 6 at Georgia at the half, but they've knocked down 8 of their first 9 shots in the second half to claim a 1-point lead. 59-58 with 8.5 minutes to go in Athens. If those two teams just want to beat the devil out of each other, that'd be just fine, I think, as Auburn gets ready to go into Knoxville for a Saturday night game. Other SEC game in progress still. Mississippi State all over LSU in Baton Rouge. 72-48. Bulldogs in front. They've got 9.5 minutes to go there at the Maravich Assembly Center. Let's get it back to the voice of the Tigers, Andy Burcham and Coach Randall Dickey.
Auburn trails by 2, 52-50 with 13:32 to go in the second half. We're at Baumhauer's Victory Grill for Tiger Talk tomorrow night at 6 on the Auburn Sports Network. Stephen Pearl, Keyshawn Hall, Kevin Overton, who now double digits in 8 of his last 10 ball games. That's our guest lineup tomorrow night. KO and Key will be in the back room playing the PlayStation and challenging all comers tomorrow night.
Oh, that'll be a fun group to have.
Yes, indeed.
To visit with them, be good for our fans to get to know those guys a little bit better.
Hopefully we're talking after this thrilling come-from-behind win tonight.
Well, I feel really good about the Tigers. They've got a lot of momentum going on. They've got Neville Arena. The jungle is back involved right now. And they're shooting the ball 62% from the field on 5 of 8.
Down the left sideline, Texas ball to Vocatitis on the inbound. Swain back in the lineup to the low post. And Mark puts it up, and he missed the layup. Got his own rebound, goes back up, missed it again. Rebound, yeah. Pettiford. Down 2, Auburn ball.
Extra effort, second effort by the Tigers.
Pettiford fouled as he drives in the key. He split a double team, and one of them got him.
Yeah,
I think it was Weaver.
They weren't going to let him get to the paint, so they sandwiched him in there and fouled him on that transition. But Tahad was coming full speed down that floor and got hit at the top of the key. Kind of knocked him off his feet a little bit.
Out of bounds down the left sideline, Auburn. Down by 2.
It's a good sideline out of bounds play. We scored the last time we had a sideline out of bounds.
Jovic, right wing, Freeman. Inside the arc, it's Hall. Low post, Jovic in a double team, and he's fouled.
Really good pass. They double team Hall. When he catches the ball, he's a step or two off the block. They run Vocatitis to him and trapped him. It opened up a cutter for Jovic, but they ended up fouling him from behind.
Weaver called for that foul. The inbound to Freeman. Bounce pass, Pettiford. At the top, it's Jovic. Now to Pettiford. Down 2, Auburn ball, 13 to shoot. Right side, Freeman. Elijah, screen from Jovic. Puts it on the floor on the right hand, drives. Fade away for the tie. Got it!
Oh, really nice play with a 2-man play between he and Jovic. And Elijah Freeman just got up above the defense and shot it in.
52 apiece. Texas ball. Left wing, Weaver. Baseline, Pope to Weaver. 3-ball left wing. Got it. Auburn left him wide, slap, open.
Well, he's certainly the spark for Texas. He's a hard-playing wing player, but that time he floated wide open.
3-point lead for the Longhorns. 12-20 second half. Yoverton to Hall. Against Mark. Head fake. Lost it. Foul. And that will put Auburn in the bonus.
Tigers are more on the attack right
in the
now.
bonus at the 12-13 mark.
1-1 right here.
Yeah.
It'll be good. We can keep Keyshawn Hall getting to the free throw line.
Weaver whistled for his second foul. It's a 1 bonus for Key as Pettiford comes out and Michalek is in.
They'll take, it's 12-13 on the clock. They'll have a media after the 12-minute.
First free throw is good for Keyshawn Hall.
That'll give Tahad a few seconds here, maybe a minute, 2 minutes to really rest, recharge his batteries, and come back in.
15 points for Keyshawn Hall. Second free throw, 1-point game. 12-13 second half. Pope, right wing for Texas. To Weaver goes baseline. Cut off. Back to Pope to the top. It's Swain. Swain against Freeman. Now Jovic in a switch. 10 to shoot. Down the left side. Heidi right back to Swain. Swain against Jovic. Pops a 3 and missed it. Rebound Freeman for Auburn. Last time Auburn led was at 5-3. Tigers have a chance to take the lead here. Hall way out of the right wing. Working on Pope. Drives past him. Gets bumped up with a shot and a foul. That was a late whistle against Texas. And Hall goes to the free throw line when we come back with Auburn trailing by 1. 11:35 in the second. Texas 55, Auburn 54. On to Victory, proud to be the official events experience company of the Auburn Tigers. Experience Auburn like never before through On to Victory. See upcoming events and sponsorship opportunities at ontovictory.com. Auburn basketball continues in a moment.
Alabama Power is here for you when big storms hit, but we're also here for the little things. We're there to get the coffee started, to make sure everyone's ready for school, for midday dance breaks, and evening entertainment. We're also there to help you save on all that energy with easy-to-use tips, tools, and efficiency programs. So enjoy these moments.
Kids, movie night.
And we'll do the rest. Visit alabamapower.com and follow us on social to learn more.
In 1977, Ford F-Series became the best-selling trucks in America. 33 million trucks later, we've kept that title every year since. And that's a formula we plan on repeating. Ford F-Series, built Ford tough. The best-selling trucks in America for 49 years and counting. Based on 1977 to 2025 calendar year industry reported total sales.
There's team pride, and then there's extra Tiger pride. When I'm carrying the Auburn University Regents Visa debit card or prepaid Regents Now card, that's exactly what I get. Whether I'm grabbing some extra Auburn gear or picking up an extra dozen wings for the game, this card always brings it. Sometimes I get an extra War Eagle from the cashier too. Visit Regions.com/Go Tigers to get yours.
Extra changes everything. And at Regions, Extra is our ordinary. Official bank of the SEC, member FDIC.
Defensive statistics are presented by Cook's Pest Control. Cook's is the South's most trusted name in pest control and the official pest control partner of the Auburn Tigers.
Take a look at the defensive stats, especially this second half. After going 11 of 28 from the field in the first, Texas is still shooting well. 6 of 9 from the field and 4 of 5 from 3. Auburn a little bit better in the second half, 5 of 13, 2 of 4. If there is a difference right now, it's the fact that Auburn Randall is drawing contact. At the 11:35 mark, the Tigers have already drawn 8 fouls here in the second half. And with Auburn trailing by 1 coming out of this timeout, Keyshawn Hall goes to the free throw line with an opportunity to give its first lead since the 18:05 mark of the first half here tonight.
Well, the game has been tied for about 2 minutes of the game. Texas has led for 26 minutes. Auburn has led for 28 seconds. They got a chance to get back ahead here in crucial time, and I really think that's a big momentum build for the Tigers. Get ahead, see how Texas plays when they're behind on the road, but the Tigers getting to the basket off the bounce, on the attack, they're getting to the free throw line. Big game plan. This next 4 minutes, 11:35 left, be a lot take place between now and the 8-minute media.
This extends back to the first half. Auburn, better shot selection of late. Auburn's hit 11 of its last 15 shots. Hall, the first free throw, in and out.
Seemed like he was a little quick with that right off the bat. He was too anxious to. Now they'll bring Tahad in.
Pettiford in, Michalek out. So Hall can at least tie it right here with 11:35 in the second. And he missed both. Rebound,
Whoa.
Freeman up and in for the lead.
That's what Freeman does for you, the little things. He went and got a defensive rebound just a minute ago. He rose up and made a 2-point shot. That time he got an offensive rebound, stuck it right back in.
Bounce pass, Heide. Heide at the top for Swain. Swain gets a screen. Picked up by Jovic in a switch. Left wing. Low pass. Free throw line, Heide. And a foul against Auburn. That'll be the 5th foul against Auburn. As Hall comes out, Sebastian Williams-Adams is in. Out of bounds, baseline left for the
that's for sure.
The foul, by the way, was against Freeman, his second.
Yep. Texas is really going to put their body on you.
Yeah, they are.
They're going to try to draw fouls just like the Tigers are doing on the offensive end.
Auburn by 1, Swain, left wing, top of the circle, Kendall Weaver. Weaver back to Wiltshire, left wing, low post, Bokatitis, and he's fouled. And there's no question about that call on Jovic, and it's the 4th foul on Phillip.
He's such a big presence. He gets underneath that basket and he just sits down on you.
Well, goodness gracious, we see a replay now, and Bokatitis had Jovic's trousers in his hand on his butt. And Jovic may have caught one in the groin as well. And the officials are going to go to the monitor to take a look at this play. Well, Jovic trying to defend. Bokatitis reached around to the backside of Jovic and grabbed his trunks.
That's going to be a real interesting evaluation.
I don't know if they can call that. If they do see the shot to the groin and they feel that that is flagrant, that can be called. Goodness gracious. I'm not sure. I don't know where the foul was against Jovic. Watching it here, it looked like it, but watching on the replay, Jovic is taken down by Bokatitis.
He is so strong, he's so tall, he just gets down in there and sits on you, and when he grabs a hold of you, he has even more of an advantage. It'll be an interesting evaluation by these
I'll be surprised if anything is reversed right here.
I'm not sure they'll do
but
anything.
Our second look clearly shows that Bocatitis grabbed around the backside of Jovic's trunks and ripped him down to the floor. And then the foul was called against Phillip, his fourth.
It could be. They could come back out and say a double foul.
Yeah, it could be against both. Yeah, it could be. You're right.
The offset.
11 minutes to go in the second half. Auburn 56, Texas 55.
They could. That would bail the officials out on it.
I don't think they're going to bail him out at all. It will remain a foul on Jovic, who's going to come out of the game now with 4 fouls. Or is he not going to come out? Did Auburn not get Murphy in? Yeah, here comes Murphy. And Jovic will come out with 4 fouls. I can see why Bocatitis draws a lot of fouls. It's called a common foul. There was nothing out of the ordinary. And they keep it. Inbound to Bocatitis.
Still a big possession defensively for the Tigers.
Swain at the top against Murphy. Bounce past Bocatitis and he dunks it. Did a nice job of holding off Freeman on the low post.
Tigers are just going to have to put more pressure on the passer. That's one of the big keys. Everybody thinks, well, they're posting you up inside, but
Auburn,
if you're going to front, you've got to put pressure on the passer.
Auburn down 1, Murphy 2, Pettiford. Right wing for Overton. Looked at a 3, didn't take it. 14 to shoot. Drives against Mark, who just picked up a foul. And I think that's the 4th foul on Mark. Yep, 4th foul on Tremont Mark.
That'll be good. They'll have to take him out. He's a dangerous player because he can explode in any moment in a game and take it over.
Yeah. He comes out, and Pope is back in for Texas, and Overton's at the line for Auburn. The next foul, and Auburn's in the double bonus. And we're at the 10:31 mark of the second half.
We need to continue to get to the free throw line.
Overton's free throw is good. It crawled over the rim and fell through.
Looks like we're going to seesaw back and forth here just for a little bit.
Could be. Tied at 57. Overton can give Auburn the lead. Second one is nothing but nylon.
Really not. Now we got to lean on our defense. Communication.
I think they're going underneath for number 8. That's what I think they're going.
There's not any doubt they're going to have to do that. They're going to look for that or Heidi for the 3-point shot.
Wilcher outside the arc, left side, top of the circle. It's Swain. Right wing, Heidi. Ball deflected away by Freeman. Heidi runs it down near midcourt on the sideline. Bounce pass to Pope. Shot clock at 6. Pope straight away. Picked up by Murphy. Left wing, Swain, wide open 3. Didn't get it. Rebound, Bocatitis up on a foul.
Well, he just so big, he just camps out right underneath that basket, and that ball came right off to him.
Pettiford on the floor, rolls over on his back. The foul was called against Tahad, his 3rd.
I think he may have just kind of slapped him with his hand as he was making the play on the stick back.
Bocatitis threw an elbow into Pettiford's head. That's why Pettiford went down. Bocatitis at the line for 2, and everyone in the ballpark has seen the replay. First of 2 free throws, missed badly.
A good momentum swift here. It's 58-57, Tigers with 9:59.
He came down and put an elbow right in the face of Tahad Pettiford. He missed the first free throw. He can tie it right here, and he does.
It's going to be tied up right here. Big possession. Every possession in the last 9 minutes.
Under 10 minutes in the second half. We're tied at 58. Murphy at the top. Bounce pass for Pettiford. Pettiford works against Wilcher. Gets a screen from Murphy. Behind the back dribble, steps outside the arc, right wing. 11 to shoot. He backs up against Wilcher. There's another screen from Murph. Kicks it left wing. Sebastian Williams, Adams, Thrabe, in and out. And the rebound to Bocatitis. Tied at 58. Texas ball.
Transition, you got to get back.
Pope, left wing Wilcher. Thought about a 3, didn't take it. Now to the top for Swain. Working on Murphy at the top. Swain gets rid of it to Heidi on the wing. Heidi inside the arc, Pope. Low post for Vocatitis. Bangs. Kicks it. Corner. Wilcher goes baseline. Cut off to the wing for Swain. 3 to shoot. Swain. 3 ball. No. Long rebound. Pettiford the other way for Auburn. Spins at the center stripe. Drifts right wing. Low post for Murph. Auburn tied. Now to Sebastian. Drives. Back to Murph.
Oh, yeah.
Double hand dunk.
What a give and go by Sebastian Williams-Adams to Murphy on a nice interior feed.
2-point lead, Auburn 60, Texas 58, 8:39 on a counting clock in the second. Swain to Heidi. Heidi, oh my goodness, he palmed the ball. On the right wing at Swain, way outside the arc. 8:27, second half. Swain against Murphy. Drives it, head fake again. Goes up, it's blocked by Sebastian. And a foul called against Auburn. And it'll put Swain at the line on the foul against Sebastian Williams-Adams.
Well, it got physical right there when he came up with that ball. The roof may have come off the Neville Arena if we'd have got it to the other end and scored to extend this 2-point lead.
Swain very good at the line, 76%, 2 of 2 tonight. As a team, Texas now 11 of 15 as Swain knocks home the first. Weaver in, Wilcher out. Swain can tie it here with 8:22 to go in the second half. And he does. We're tied at 60, Auburn ball, 8:21 on a counting clock in the second half of play. As Pettiford brings it across midcourt. High post screen from Murphy, gets it to Murphy. Bounce pass back to Pettiford, 20 to shoot. To Overton on a curl against Weaver, gets a screen. Overton, step back, 3 ball, yes!
That Kevin Overton has made some timely 3-point shots tonight.
5 threes tonight for Overton. Auburn by 3, biggest lead for Auburn tonight. Timeout, Texas. 7:57 to go. Auburn 63, Texas 60. Make plans to be on the plains for the return of the A-Day game, Saturday, April 18th. A-Day tickets go on sale February 3rd. Stay tuned. This is the Auburn Sports Network.
From birth to age 5, your child's brain is growing faster than ever. And guess what? You are your child's first teacher. Talking, singing, playing, and reading every day helps your child learn and thrive. Singing boosts memory. Playing builds problem-solving skills. Reading grows vocabulary. Talking teaches communication. Start strong because these early years matter the most. For tips and tools, visit the Alabama Department of Early Childhood Education at children.alabama.gov. Alabama's children deserve a strong start.
You can swirl it, you can sip it, but the best way is to share it. Hey y'all, I'm Deanna, a team member at my local Chick-fil-A. And a little thing I love about the Chick-fil-A chicken sandwich and new frosted sodas and floats is how well they go together. You get that bold flavor of the Coke mixed with the smooth deliciousness of the vanilla ice cream. You have a juicy filet and a smooth, creamy float. It's an awesome pairing.
Order a Chick-fil-A chicken sandwich and a new frosted soda and float at your local Chick-fil-A restaurant. Real team member paid for their testimonial.
Where were you when this happened?
Denver Jones up the floor. Auburn's ball. Denver drives, going down, puts it up. He didn't get it. Tap up by Rose. It's good! 1.2 seconds. Inbound Jones from behind midcourt for the win. No good! Auburn won it! Auburn won it! Holy cow!
Don't miss the next heart-pounding moment on the Auburn Sports Network.
Back inside Neville Arena, Brad Law, let's check the Yellowwood scoreboard as if it could be more exciting than what's happening here. In Baton Rouge, Mississippi State leads LSU 78-61. They're under 4 to go, and they're under 2 minutes to go in Athens, Tennessee, in a battle with Georgia, 71-70. Vols clinging to a 1-point lead. Here, Kevin Overton has caught fire. Auburn, as a team, has hit 6 of its last 7 shots. Tigers shooting 69% in the second half, and Auburn leads at 63-60 as we send you back to the voice of the Tigers, Andy Burcham, and Coach Randall Dickey. You don't want to go anywhere.
We aren't.
No.
Oh, it's going to be a fantastic finish. These two teams are so evenly matched. Both teams shooting 49% from the field. Both teams have made 10 threes. Texas has made 12 free throws. The Tigers have made 13. Auburn has clawed their way back in. They only trail Texas by 4. It's 22-18 on the rebounding right now. So it's going to be a big last 8 minutes.
Yes,
it's going to be a 2 or 3 possession run, or it's going to go to the last shot.
While Auburn has made 6 of its last 7 field goals, Texas doesn't have a field goal in the last 254.
Tigers defense has really been good, and they came up with loose balls. They've been scrapping and clawing, trying to come up with that ball on the 50-50 balls. Is really important.
Inbound Tremont Mark.
Tigers are in the zone right here. They're in a 2-3. They changed the defense just to give Texas a different look.
Pope to Mark. Right back to Pope, 11 to shoot.
Let's see if they go back man after the first pass.
Nope.
Yeah, they stay man.
They get this ball to Swain. He drives inside the arc, gets bumped in the lane, goes up and scores.
Well, he just been so good. Once he gets it deep, he's so athletic. He can just get up over the top of you. When he gets in 6 or 8 feet of the basket, he just gets up over you and shoots a jump shot.
Auburn by 1, Hall at the right wing. Gets a screen to the wing, to the free throw line, to the basket. He shoots and scores.
It's a beautiful drive by Keyshawn Hall. He put it on him on the right side, going with his left hand to the middle of the floor, and he lays it in.
SEC Player of the Week with 18 points on the night. Auburn by 3 again. 65-62. Swain, right wing. Goes baseline, cut off there. Gets the ball to Heidi at the free throw line, to Pope, left wing. Mark drives it in the lane, kicks it, throws it. Ball deflected right to Swain. Into the corner. Mark, a 3 to tie it. No. Rebound, Overton for the Tigers.
That's really big. Up 3.
Yep.
65-62. Got a chance to go up at least 5, maybe 6, depending on what might take place.
Hall, right wing. Working against Swain. Key. Free throw line. Foul. Auburn gets the double bonus the rest of the night. And Hall at the line, 4-2.
Got Keyshawn Hall at the free throw line. Should feel good about that with the Auburn Tigers. They'll give a chance to the coaches to talk on this free throw to Tahad about orchestrating what's going to take place on the defensive end the next possession.
Pope's third foul. Hall at the line for 2. The first, good.
Really good. He is so consistent.
At Neville this season, 26.1 points per game. This free throw would give him 20 on the night. Good.
He's an unbelievable free throw shooter at 86% on the season.
14 of his 20 points coming in the second half, and Auburn leads by 5.
Let's keep getting shutouts on the defensive end and extending this lead.
Auburn's outscored Texas by 13 in the second half. Swain into the corner left side, Mark. Free throw line, Heidi. Back to the corner, 3 ball in the air, missed. Weak side rebound. Tapped to Sebastian Williams-Adams for Auburn.
Oh, that ball is finally starting to go toward the Tigers on those loose balls. Sometimes in basketball, the ball just bounces your way. That time it did. Sebastian Williams-Adams pulled it in.
5:55 in the second half. Auburn by 5. Hall right wing screen. Kicks it left side. Pettiford had a 3, didn't take it. Drives and steps back outside the arc with 7 to shoot. Down to 5. Pettiford. Long 3, Pettiford. Nope. Missed it long, and the rebound comes to Mark. I don't think that's the shot Auburn wanted right there.
Well, it's a marginal shot by a 3-point line, but
Swain, Vocatitis, low post scores. They threw it right over the top of Murphy to Vocatitis, who put it in.
Got to put pressure on that passer. That one-on-one underneath the basket, Vocatitis got so much size. If you allow him to pick you apart.
Murphy at the top. He'll pop a 3. Bank it in!
Holy
cow!
The bank is open at Auburn, that's for sure.
Murphy 3. 6-point Auburn lead. Timeout, Auburn. 5:14 in the second half. 70-64, biggest lead of the night for Auburn. We'll keep it here during this timeout. I had a feeling at some point, Murphy, especially at the top of the key, if he's going to pop a 3, that's his spot. Not sure he knew he was going to bank it in, but
we'll
it counts
take it,
3, none
sure.
the same.
Well, I thought it would have been a big statement if Tahad had made his 3s. Tahad kind of forced it a little bit, but fortunately, we went to the other end. We only gave up a 2-point shot of Vocatitis, but we came right back down. Got a 6-point lead. That's 2 possessions with 5:14 left.
Next up for Auburn, the Tigers play at Tennessee. Saturday night at 7:30 from the Food City Center in Knoxville. Our coverage starts at 7 right here on the Auburn Sports Network. No midweek game for Auburn next week. After Tennessee, Alabama comes to town. Since the last few minutes of the first half, Auburn is 16 of 22 from the field. That's 73%.
Well, they've been on fire. They've been efficient. They've taken good shots. Their shot selection's been awesome.
Bocatitis at the top, 2 Pope, straight away 3-4. Texas didn't get it. Rebound, Keyshawn Murphy.
Now we can run clock management right now. We can make Texas play defense and try to get to the basket for the 2-point shot, a 3-point shot, or get fouled.
Pettiford drives it into the lane, picks up the dribble, out to the wing for Hall. Auburn by 6 with the ball. 4:38 and counting. Hall drives, goes up, no foul.
Get to the free throw line. That's one of the 3 things you got to do. Score and get fouled, or worst case scenario, get fouled like Keyshawn did to go to the free throw line. Continue to extend this lead.
Swain picked up the foul. It is his 3rd. Keyshawn at the line for 2 for Auburn, 4:36 to go. Auburn leads it by 6, 70-64. First free throw. Good.
It's really good. 3 possessions now.
Second free throw by Hall. 8-point lead. Hall with 21 on the night. Make that 22. Tigers by 8, 4.5 minutes to go. Swain left wing for the Longhorns. Kicks it to the corner for Heidi. Left side, down to Swain. Right side pass for Weaver. Weaver to Pope, 12 to shoot. Pope, free throw line. Out to the top for Swain, inside the arc. Swain, double team, goes up, he got it.
A hard fought 2-point shot.
Sure was.
Made them use a lot of clock that time. That was a good thing for the Tigers, even though they scored.
That wasn't poor defense either, friends.
No.
6-point Auburn lead, 72-66, under 4 minutes to go.
Made Swain earn it, but out here the Tigers got another opportunity.
Hall, a screen for Murphy. In the key to the right wing, Pettiford. At the top, it's Hall. Backs it up against Swain. Drives past Swain. Pass Bocatitis to the hole. No, but a foul on Bocatitis. That'll be his 3rd.
Really good. After we come back, this media timeout, this is big.
3:45 in the second. Keyshawn Hall at the line to shoot 2 when we come back. Auburn 72, Texas 66. Your team is your most valuable asset. So ensure that they are protected with the best workers' compensation insurance available. Ask your agent for an Alicomp quote today. Auburn basketball continues in a moment.
Looking for legendary wings, mouth-watering burgers, and unbeatable pizza for your next big event? Baumhauer's Catering is here to satisfy your cravings. From tailgates, birthdays, to office lunches and weddings, boost your event with delicious flavors of Baumhauer's Catering. We offer pickup or delivery, or choose our full-service catering that includes setup and staff. Don't have space for your big event? We can even host you in our dedicated party space. Baumhauer's Victory Grill Catering. Legendary flavors, zero hassle. War Eagle.
Ants in the kitchen, termites under the floor, mosquitoes in the backyard. It's a full court infestation. Don't let them score. Call Cook's Pest Control. Nobody beats Cook's when it comes to superior protection against unwanted pests. Cook's knowledgeable and courteous technicians are expertly trained to get the job done right, guaranteed. With Cook's on your team, your home's defense is unstoppable.
Looky, 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 here comes Cookie. Cook's Pest Control.
If you are a fighter, Modelo is your reward. So listen close. You put up with a lot, but you always hold it down for your people. You are strong, you are fearless, you are the baddest on the block. You are an elbow grease factory, a force of nature. You are not to be reckoned with. You are a ride or die, a powerhouse of productivity. You are a fighter, and Modelo is your reward. You've earned every last drop of this rich golden lager, so raise it up high. Modelo, the mark of a fighter. Drink responsibly. Beer imported by Crown Imports, Chicago, Illinois.
Keep it here after the game for the Regions Bank postgame show with final stats and analysis, plus comments from Coach Pearl. Now back to the game.
Auburn is shooting almost 69% from the field after shooting just 39% in the first half. And Auburn is shooting almost 67% from three after shooting 42% in the first. And Auburn leads Texas 72-66, 3:45 to go in regulation. And Keyshawn Hall at the line for two when play resumes as we pause 10 seconds for station identification of the Auburn Sports Network. Texas started this game 7 of 10 from three. Kind of wondered if they were ever going to miss. They're three of their last 13 from three. And Swain, so much so, is now doing his damage in the lane. And that's considerable because that guy can score from anywhere.
He's had an outstanding game.
26 points on the night with 6 rebounds and 4 assists. But Keyshawn Hall has surged in the second half with 22 points on the night.
He has I'm telling you, Kevin Overton has sparked the Tigers through that stretch. That was really huge. I see he's back in the game now. He's got 19 points. But the biggest thing right now, we have clawed our way back in. We only trail from the rebounding stat 23-21. So we have made up some ground by reaching and getting those missed shots by Texas.
Out-rebounded Texas 12-8 in the second half. First free throw, Hall, good. Nobody goes to the line more in the SEC than this young man.
Well, that's a good sign. I'm glad he's on our team for that because he's an 86% seasoned free throw shooter.
Made them both.
Every possession, one possession at a time. You got to limit, no threes, no fouls, and retrieve the basketball off the glass.
74-66 Tigers. 3:35 in the second. Swain, Pope, and a three. He missed it. Weak side rebound, tapped. Hall saves it to Overton.
Outstanding
Get
hustle.
it up the floor, boys.
Outstanding hustle by the Tigers that time, running that loose ball down off the missed shot. Texas goes to a zone to try to change the tempo in this last 3 minutes of the game.
3:11 in the second. Auburn by 8 with the basketball. Murphy, free throw line, Hall against Boca Titus from 17. Bang!
Can't give him an easy jump shot from the free throw line.
10-point lead for Auburn with 3 minutes to go. Swain at the right wing. Picked up by Murphy in a switch. Now drives on Overton into the lane. Kicks it to the baseline for Pope. Goes baseline, cut off there. Shot clock at 13. Pope picks it up to the top for Heidi. And a long three, he got it. Doggone it.
That's their only hope, is hit deep threes right now to claw their way back in. They're going to stay in this zone.
2:30 to go.
They got a big 2-3 zone. They've got Boca Titus in the middle.
Murphy is the one in the middle of that zone for Auburn. Shot clock at 15, Pettiford left wing. Auburn leads it by 7. Overton to the corner, Hall. Shake and bake three. Keyshawn missed it short. Foul on the play, to the line for 1, 2, 3.
Wow. What a poor mistake. I'm glad for Auburn, but what a poor mistake for Texas to foul a three-point shot. 2:14 left on the clock. Keyshawn needs to go to the line, drill these.
Third foul on Heidi. Hall at the line for 3. First, good. He is 12 of 14 from the stripe tonight.
He sure has, and he is
second. Yes.
You know, he struggled. They defended him so aggressively in the first half. It limited his looks, but he asserted himself this second half.
Rip City on that third free throw. And Auburn's back up by 10. Hall with 29. Left wing Swain. Picked up by Murphy in a switch. Swain outside the arc. Puts it on the floor, drives into the lane. Murphy knocked it away on a reach-in foul on Keyshawn. Hold your water, big boy. Swain will go to the line for a 1 and bonus.
It's so hard for a defensive player not to reach for the ball when they stick it out in front of you like that.
Yeah. Murph thought it was all ball, but Swain's at the line for 2. Or excuse me, a 1 and bonus. He's 4 of 5 from the line tonight. Got to be ready if he misses one by chance. And he got the first to fall off the iron, hit the glass, and fell through.
Pretty solid free throw shooter on the year, 76% on the season.
27 points tonight for Swain. He cut the lead to 8 with 1:58 to go. Second free throw. He made it.
See if Texas, they're going to elect not to press. They're still down 3 possessions with 2 minutes to go. Tigers' strategy here is to run the clock down, go to the end of the clock, unless they get a wide open layup, put it in Hall's hands or Tahad Pettiford's hands, penetrate hard, try to get to the basket and score.
15 to shoot for Auburn. Pettiford outside the arc working on Pope. Now to Murphy straight away, back to Pettiford.
Or draw the foul.
Shot at 9. Right wing, Overton. Drives it to the baseline. Pull up from Overton.
Man.
No, but he's fouled by Heide, and that's his 4th. And KO will go to the line for 2 with 1:32 to go. That came with 4.1 on the shot clock.
The second leading free throw shooter on Auburn's team, going to the free throw line at 85% on the year. Kevin Overton has really played an outstanding game. He's played a great floor game, but he has scored the basketball with a high percentage, making 5 threes tonight.
5 of 7 from 3 in a crucial point of the second half. And he's at the line for a couple. Can take the lead back to 10. The lefty, free throw. Good.
Just has so much experience. He was certainly on the all-freshman team in the Missouri Valley as a freshman. He went to Texas Tech, played in the Elite 8 tournament of the NCAA last year, and he has just picked up where he left off for the Auburn Tigers.
Both free throws are good. Auburn has scored on 21 of 23 possessions in the second half. Tigers by 10. 1:26 counting clock.
Making a 4-possession game right here. The Tigers got to make them use clock.
Pope stepped back 3. Didn't get it, but was fouled by fouled by Hall. Auburn says that Pope kicked out on the way down. And Pope is at the line for 3. Hey, he's the one who made contact. He's the one who made contact, the replay shows. Come on now. Pope at the line for 3. First is good. Man, oh man. Second foul on Keyshawn Hall. Second free throw good.
Solid player in Pope. He's at 11 tonight.
Senior out of Oakley, California. Transferred from Oregon State. And he missed his 3rd free throw. Auburn up 81-73, Tiger ball, 1:16 to go. As Pettiford walks it across midcourt.
Texas goes back man-to-man this possession with 1:10 on the clock.
Pettiford works against Weaver. Outside. Screen from Hall coming. Nope, they get it to Hall. He works at the top against Swain. He drives past Swain to the hole. Tried to get it on the wing, and Auburn turns it over. Weaver drives, kicks it to the wing. 3 ball, it's up and it's good from Heide. 50.6 seconds to go, trims Auburn's lead to 5. That's back-to-back 3-point trips down the floor for the Longhorns, and a timeout on the floor.
Well, we got in a situation we always talk about, and you hear the coaches talk about playing off 2 feet.
Well, do you realize that play, as tough as it was, is Auburn's first turnover of the second half?
Well, they've had a great night on not turning the basketball over. As far as they've won that considerably.
Actually, Auburn's. Now, that was Auburn's. It shows Auburn's first turnover of the second half. It's a big one, though.
Yeah, timing is everything in basketball late in the game. Everything is magnified.
Yeah.
But you hear those coaches talk about playing off 2 feet. When you leave the floor to shoot the ball, you need to go ahead and shoot it. You can't change your mind and then all of a sudden, with the trees that we're playing against and the size in Texas, and then try to make a desperate play to throw it, you're better off to throw it out of bounds. That gives you a chance to reset your defense.
It was a drive, and the shot was probably the better idea there. As it turns out, it was they tried to kick out, and the ball was deflected. Weaver got it, and got it to Heide, who had a long 3 to cut the lead to 5 with 50.6 seconds remaining. And Auburn likely going to have to make some free throws down the stretch.
That's for sure. We still got the ball. We still got the positive. Still got the momentum.
Auburn can run the baseline here. And we will see Texas press, and Auburn will put everybody out of bounds.
Yeah, they're just going to get it in bounds. They're just going to apply. They're going to try to put as much pressure on the ball to force you into something, but they're not going to play hot like most teams will play hot and try to trap the first pass. Texas is looking to play more containment one-on-one.
Murphy, Overton, Hall, Pettiford, and Freeman. And Freeman gets the inbound pass and is knocked down right in front of the Texas bench. And Freeman will go to the line for a couple.
Well, I don't know where Freeman was going with the ball. He should have got that ball back to Keyshawn Hall.
They may challenge this play. Texas may challenge this play. The foul was called on Pope. It would be his fourth.
Well, this is big right here for Elijah Freeman.
Can you challenge a foul like that?
I'm not sure you can challenge a judgment call like that.
Freeman at the line for two. First by Elijah. Good.
Nice pressure. Free throws there by Elijah.
Auburn now 18 of 22 from the charity stripe in the second half.
I don't know what Elijah was going to do. He just kind of saw himself open and took off dribbling, and they closed on him quicker than he thought. Fortunately, they fouled. He made one.
Yeah, Boca Titus in.
Still two possession. It could make it three right here.
And he missed it. Boy. Rebound by Swain.
Need to
Auburn
get one stop.
82, Texas 76.
Tigers need one stop.
At the top, it's Pope, head fake at three. Penetrates, Pope to the basket, to Boca Titus. Went up for a shot, block and a foul against Auburn. Stops the clock with 36.9. And Boca Titus at the line for two.
Well, it's going to be, it's never easy.
No, you beat me to it, Randall.
But it's been absolutely.
Fourth foul against Keyshawn Murphy, by the way.
Some of the things go that you don't want to go as far as turnovers, but right now is more important.
Boca Titus for two. The first is good.
And makes that, just in case he misses, the Tigers must seal off or block out and retrieve the ball off the glass. If not, it's going to be the same scenario. Take the ball out of bounds. Texas is going to press.
He can cut the lead to four. He got it. He will come out, and Mark comes in for defense. And Texas will press.
They're going to change their press this time. They're going to play more hot. They're going to put a guy on each player and really try to pressure.
Hall, the inbound to Pettiford. Tahad works it up the floor against Weaver along the sideline. Across midcourt, gets it to Overton. Ooh, that was a dangerous pass. KO stays out of traffic, and he's fouled near midcourt. Boy, that pass by Pettiford to Overton was, you just held your breath for a split second. And KO goes to the line for two with 26.9 seconds remaining.
That's a bit shaky, wasn't it?
Yes.
You don't.
That's it for Pope. He just fouled.
I think you teach all players when you're going down one lane to try to throw it all the way across to the other lane, especially with 26 seconds on the clock. But free throws become valuable. You got your second best free throw shooter at the line.
Texas taking their time getting Tremont Mark back into the game, replacing Pope, who just fouled out. Pettiford will come out. Sebastian Williams-Adams is in.
They've got plenty of time to do that. They've got at least their 30 seconds. They're going to make the officials force Pope to leave the floor.
Pope is saying the foul wasn't against him, it was against Weaver. Overton at the line for two for Auburn with 26 and 9/10 seconds to go. KO with 21 points. He gets two big free throws here, and the first is good.
Beautifully
done.
done.
Over that front iron and rolled in.
He just has a confidence level and just continue to put you one more in there, big fella.
83-78 Auburn. He can take the lead to a full two possessions, and he does.
Whew. That's good.
6-point Auburn lead, 26.9.
Now you're one stop away from shooting two free throws to win it.
Mark across midcourt quickly to Weaver, top of the circle for Texas. Drives on Overton to the basket. He goes up and he scores. 17.6 seconds to go.
Two possession game, 17 seconds. You got to be careful and be strong with that basketball.
Inbound Overton quickly fouled by Weaver with 16.1 seconds to go. And Overton back at the stripe for two, with Auburn leading by 4, 84-80. Vocatitis walks over to Sean Miller to get some defensive or offensive instructions as Overton is back at the stripe for 2. Kevin with 23 points on the night. 16.1 seconds to go. Free throw. Good. It rattled, but it fell.
Such a solid young man. He's had an outstanding night. He's up to, 24 points on the night.
He is.
It's really been productive, that's for sure. None bigger than this one right here.
Take it back to a 6-point lead. Got it. Nicely done.
Make them use as much clock as possible. Don't
14
let them score
seconds.
too quick.
Swain on the left wing, 12 seconds. Down to 11 seconds. Swain drives to the hole and dunks it with 7.9. Just get it inbound, Auburn. They do to Hall with 7 seconds to go. Keyshawn across midcourt.
Oh, he's
Keyshawn
dribbling out.
Drives
and
he gets fouled. Drives and he gets fouled with 2.7 seconds. I don't know if they'll give him the basket or not.
They should. Continuation.
Yes, they do. And Auburn starts to celebrate. Down 14 in the first half. Auburn has come all the way back and is going to pick up a 4th straight win in SEC play. Go to 5-3 in the league. Free throw, Hall, he missed it. Rebound, Vocatitis. A long three-quarter court shot, draws iron, but it's no good, and Auburn has won it. Auburn down 8 at the half, outscored Texas 54-40 in the second half. The Tigers 22 of 28 from the free throw line in the second half, and Auburn wins it. The final score from Neville Arena, Auburn 88, Texas 82. Stay tuned, friends. The Regions Bank postgame show is next. And this is the Auburn Sports Network.